Really?
You have the text message.
Serious?
I've done zero
serious
homework.
right now.
I'm ready for the final, sir. Let's go.
God, you were like me in college.
I prefer to do things live. Let's do it live.
That's what she said.
Or you guys both just good test takers? Gosh,
sometimes.
I never studied. I never even went to practice when I was in football. That's what's up. I just show up to games and let's go. I was on the starting defense.
That's a genuine
surprise. A bull crap lie. If you didn't go to practice, you did not start.
No, hell no. I even gave the coach the bird. I was like, don't piss me off. And I walked off, went to the shower. I sent myself to the showers. And it's
all right, Ryan, here's a bigger test to see how much of a bullcrap story this is. What position were you in football?
I was right tackle.
Yeah, no, that was not true.
I was definitely right tackle, and I fucking knocked the shit out of the quarterback. I had one game I had 5 sacks because they kept running the same stupid play.
Dawson, you have to remember, Ryan is from a time where it didn't matter if you went to practice or not, because back
we were playing Iron Man football. That's how hardcore we are.
In Ryan's time, it was more important to attend practice than ever. Nowadays, you can probably get away with it. Not back
Nowadays,
then.
they're just roiding it up.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh, there was so much wrong about what you just said, Ryan. About
hey, but so right.
But
no.
So right.
First off, right tackle is an offensive lineman.
Hell no, I was right tackle.
No, right tackle is an offensive lineman.
Sticking to it. Let's go.
Okay, let's just get this crap on the road. Howdy doody, howdy berries.
What?
I don't know. It's just a thing I say. It's random.
It's a thing we've never heard you say that.
What? I say it a lot in my own personal life. So if you haven't heard that, then you haven't seen me enough in public. So
howdy ho. Howdy ho. Yeah, I've heard him say that.
That's how we get down here in Mickey Mouse's clubhouse.
Oh, gorge. Gosh, we're already starting on a high note, aren't we?
Okay. Well, welcome guys to episode 164. We're going to be talking about Deadpool, Jurassic Park, and Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, see, so now you can see the title of the stream, so you can read. I'm glad you can read. What were you going to say, Phil?
Welcome, everyone.
he did not need his glasses this time.
His spectacles.
What does it say?
What did he say?
I don't even remember where.
Wait. This is
where I got cut off.
Hold on. I apologize, but not really. But yes, I do. But I really don't. Here it is.
Yes. Ryan is our pop of the show. We all have this on good authority. He is our good and old fashioned pop. Yes. Unfortunately, he does not make it to the sequel though. Spoilers.
Oh my god!
Did you guys watch the Christmas Story, Christmas or whatever the fuck it's called? Did you guys see that?
No.
Okay, I did. I did. I must have been the only one who did. So,
yeah, I did not see it at all.
So that's actually the basic premise of Christmas Story, Christmas is Ralphie's called back home because his father kicked the bucket, and it's up to him to like take over and be pop on Christmas now. That's kind of the gist of it.
Gotcha.
Did what Vacation did with who played?
Yes, but better.
Same thing.
Because it's actually the kid who played Ralphie playing older Ralphie.
Well, I mean, every time that Rusty and Audrey are on screen, they're different actors. So
yes,
yeah,
that's a reoccurring thing. You're right.
Yeah,
but I will say that A Christmas Story, Christmas did a pretty solid job of getting pretty much everyone from the original movie back in their initial roles, except for the woman who played the mom. But that's because she was like super old. And it's just like, I'm declining. And it's like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, she's earned it. She's earned the break.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be back.
Yes.
But, how's everybody's week? You got any cool stuff
going
on?
Oh, my God. I have to tell you. Holy shit. So I'm working on my comic, right? Okay. I'm working with the software. It's called Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy that's like save early, save often, right? And so I'm working on this thing, and my son comes over and he grabs me, wants to it's time for him to go to bed. So, I go tuck him up, tuck him in and all that. So I saved my stuff and I left and I came back and my file wouldn't open. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh no.
I was like, I've been working on this thing since before last summer. I've been working on this, like as I can. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. I work, I do it during my lunch. Late at night when everybody's asleep, I'll work on it, little by little. And so I was like, holy crap, it's not opening. Why isn't it opening? And come to find out that the page that I was working on that I saved, and I did save it, but it got corrupted.
Oh,
so I was like, oh shit. I remember like way back in the day, like, when I used to use Adobe, and I still use Adobe Suite, but I don't use it as much for drawing. But they used to have a file that it would like save versions or save, it was kind of an autosave dump.
Yeah.
And so I had to go find my file in Clip Studio Paint somewhere. And luckily, and there was like, I was looking for page 15. And I found so many pages 14, so many page 15, different instances, and one page 15. And I was like, okay, let me try that one. And it worked and it opened. And I was able to add it back to the, to the original file. And I was like, oh my God, because I didn't save it to the cloud.
Yeah.
I didn't save it, externally or anything like that. I was like, I'm just like, I was going to rename it. When I started coloring, I was like, oh, let me get through the penciling, inking, and then when I color, I'll rename it and I'll delete some of the blue lines and all that I don't need anymore to make the file smaller and more easy to work with. But I wasn't there yet because I still had a couple more things to draw for like maybe half a page to finish, and then I'm done drawing. But yeah, no, dude. Oh God, and after I went to sleep that night, even though I recovered it and everything was great, it took me hours to like calm down to go to sleep because I was just like,
oh yeah, I mean that's
having a straight up panic attack.
Yeah. So that was my big that happened this week. So that sucked. But dude, you've got to save, not only save early, save often, but you also have to save outside of your computer.
Yeah, like Sean here says, you got to save it on a hard drive. I have a hard drive. I have 2 hard drives for a lot of my artwork and PDFs and such. So like, you got to save on an external hard drive.
You got to save on the hard drive.
Make sure you can't corrupt the mainframe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dang. Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah. I hate that kind of stuff.
Horrifying.
I've dealt with things like that a couple of times. Not necessarily to that extreme, but
yeah, because I couldn't tell at first. I couldn't tell if it was the software having some issue or if it was like the file itself, the whole file. And I just had to, because nothing would work. Because the main file, see in Clip Studio, because I'm drawing in pages, if one page is corrupt, the main file that controls the page won't work.
Yeah.
So none of my pages were working. So I was like, oh crap, did I lose everything? And I was like, I posted some stuff on Instagram, and people can look at it and all that. But I was like, I'd have to go back and like redraw like everything. I was like, no, that's it. I guess that's it, folks. I'm done. But
because at that point, like at that point, do you even want to like start over again? That's the thing. Is like
no, because I told my son, I was like, yo, because he helped me out and my daughter helped me out, and I was like, yo, if I had lost everything, I just would have done what you're doing here. It's like I would have drawn Batman, Superman, Spawn, all that kind of stuff, and just like, okay, I'm just going to do that kind of stuff now. I'm not going to try to make a comic book or anything like that. I might try again, but I'm not going to try to recreate that. I'll start somewhere else. So I'll do something different or whatever, I was like, I don't want to retread what I've already done. Cause I'm so super like happy about it and thrilled, and I've showed some people, that I had like a group of kids at my over at my friend's house, and it was like, hey, yeah, break out the tablet, show them, and that's your audience right there, and I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, and I opened it up and I showed them page by page, and I kind of went over the dialogue because I don't yet have any of the bubbles on there. Right. For dialogue, so I was just kind of giving them the dialogue as far as just explaining what's going on. And they absolutely were like enthralled by it and loved it. And I was like, dude, that's so encouraging. And then when I almost lost it, I was like, fudge. It's like, bro.
It's like the biggest kick to the balls ever.
Oh, dude. I was sweating. I was literally sweating.
Yeah.
And so I'm so glad that I have it, and I did back it up and have it on, another drive now and all that. So I'm good to go.
Smart
but
man.
yeah, if anybody is drawing, or if anybody's doing that kind of stuff and it's digital art or whatever, hell, anything, always not only save early, save often, but also save it externally.
Yes.
So that's my advice. Live by my mistakes.
Correct.
Yeah, live carefully.
Yeah.
Like
not comfortably.
Yeah, my mother-in-law has this phrase that she's going to have on her gravestone when she dies. It's going to say, "I lived this life safely until I was dead." Or until I was safely dead. That's what it is.
Clever.
Yeah. So that's similar concept. Real quick, let's say hi to those who are in the chat.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to my story. I didn't even get into what you guys did this weekend or last week, but
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Sure. We got
Andre
is not here.
He's not.
He is MIA.
We got Droga. What's up, man? We got our good friend Sean. What's up, man?
What's up? Thank you, Sean.
Sent me the
for all
fucking
your likes.
funniest reel.
Yeah.
Sent me the funniest reel on Instagram today. It was
was it the what do men think of?
Yep.
He sent me the same one. Yep. That was pretty funny. Jesse Wonder saying hi and bye. Thank you for stopping by. And Hunter Iggy here says, Dawson, what are your thoughts? Use my full name. Nice. What are your thoughts on The Rock trying to sabotage Triple H creativity and he's CEO job because The Rock vendetta and he's ego? I don't really follow the WWE. So like I've seen.
Wait, what?
This is talking about like The Rock and WWE and like all the stuff drama going on. I don't really know too much. I don't follow it.
The Rock has to do something because Black Adam failed. Is
it weird that everyone says Dwayne The Rock Johnson has an ego, and I'm just like, I don't care. Not even in the sense of like I think he's a bad person, but it's just like, you know what? Fucking let him have an ego. He's like one of the most.
He has an ego. What do you think happened to Times Square when he was trying to promote Black Adam?
Well, not even like Black Adam aside, like he's done a lot of good shit for humanity in general. I mean, when the strikes were happening, he paid his fellow actors. I mean, he's got an ego, sure, but like I don't think he's a bad person for having an ego, right? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just alone in that sentiment. Maybe.
I think like everybody that's in the entertainment business has an ego to some extent. I mean,
100%,
that's just a given. Whether you like it or not, that's just kind of the name of the game.
Right.
Even YouTubers have egos.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh. They might have worse egos than celebrities.
Yeah, there's this guy that does all these fucking post-it notes. That motherfucker has an ego issue.
Yeah, that guy. Hate him. Hate that guy.
I see him everywhere in my feed.
It's like, hello, they're just post-it notes, okay? That's all it is. We got
I get it now.
Saying, what's
I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then it fucking dawned on me. I was like, oh yeah, right.
He's talking about me.
Yeah.
For me, my week's been going all right. I had to pick up a lot of prints this week and get them bagged for Comic-Con this weekend. It's about 158 prints that I had to get bagged.
Nice. Damn. Did you do that one for the comic shop? 70 prints or whatever? Did you get that?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that was about 73 prints is what I sold to them. And so I had to restock with a lot of that and get a lot of newer stuff, because what was cool is that the comic shop basically bought out a lot of stuff I'd had a hard time getting rid of for some time.
Yeah. It was a lot of stuff I wasn't going to buy.
That's fair.
No, I'm just joking.
But so I got a bunch of newer designs, and so I posted videos about that, and so I'll have a newer lineup of art.
Don't forget to get this is vintage. He didn't sign it, but it's Vine Loro. And you can get it on Amazon. On Amazon, right?
It's still up there.
It's still on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. I think that's the only place that you'll find this thing. But it's chock full of art. I can't show any of it because I've
very outdated art.
I signed an NDA. But yeah, no, this is. Oh yeah.
And now it has an updated cover, so you have like the first edition.
I have first release.
Considered a first edition.
Yeah, very
there we go.
Oddly edited, because I was still trying to figure out what the heck I was doing.
I can't even tell you because I couldn't follow the story, but I did like
I'm just joking. Oh my gosh.
Wowzers.
Yeah, but as far as that goes, like I had a small little table event here today that I used it to
at your house.
No, not here. I meant in town.
Oh, okay.
But it was a very slow day, so I just used it to kind of bag a lot of the prints. I only have like, I think 20 or so more prints to bag, and I had like 150.
Guys, he's telling you right now, we have 20 prints. If we can get those 20 prints sold within this video broadcast, Dawson will take his shirt off.
Wow.
You know what? If I sell that much, here's one of the new ones I added.
Oh, look at that. You know what? That right there, it's really good, but it reminds me of that one by the
Don't you freaking say it. Don't you say it.
Phil loves.
Don't
He
you
loves this
freaking
guy.
say it.
He loves this guy. What is his name? Oh,
Rob Liefeld.
Yes. Rob Liefeld.
Bastard. First off, he's not facing the side.
He's not, but it just reminds me of Rob Liefeld's.
Gosh,
Do you guys see Rob Liefeld's actually retiring from drawing Deadpool?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or like, isn't he like retiring from Marvel in general? Like, what was
I think so.
Isn't his other character from Image getting a movie?
Like
the one with the smile face, or I forget the guy's name, the character's name. He's huge. He looks like Venom, but he's got this like teeth thing going.
Oh, that's the Pit. That's not his. I don't think.
No, I think you're thinking of the Max.
Yes,
the Max.
with Channing Tatum. Yeah, that's a movie that's apparently
they're gonna make a movie. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Liefeld though. I don't know.
No, that's not Liefeld.
Okay.
No, Liefeld with Image. He had the Bishop. Is that what it's called? And then he also had, what else did he have? He had one story that he like had a hard time getting out consistently, like publishing consistently.
Couldn't tell you.
Because Jim Lee had Wildcats.
Yeah,
Todd
that was
McFarlane had
Jim Lee.
Spawn.
Right.
Youngblood.
Yeah, Youngblood. Okay.
Yeah.
Youngbloods. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Youngblood? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird because like I saw that news. So like, does it basically just mean he's not going to draw from Marvel ever again? Like, what's?
I mean,
he's putting his pencil down forever.
That's, I don't know. Honestly, like, good for him if he's feeling the need he needs to retire. Cool. I'm not exactly his biggest fan, as everyone knows, because, well, I told him that Venom was a better movie than Deadpool 2. So he did not like that at all. He was not at all. He was not a fan of me saying that. Even though I love Ryan Reynolds in the role and I like that second movie, I just have more fun with the Venom movie than I did with Deadpool 2.
Yet. I need to see.
Really?
I'll probably see the third movie before I see the second.
I recently rewatched both of them, and I'm still in the mind of like the first movie's a better movie, but the second movie's not bad. But that's
with Deadpool. So I watched that one twice, right?
Yeah.
And it watching it the second time, it reminds me of watching like The Sixth Sense the second time. It didn't have that same punch because you knew everything was coming and all the puns were there, and it just didn't. When I saw it the first time in theaters, I was laughing. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, it's gut punching fucking funny. Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
What is that?
And I had a great time in the theater watching it, and yeah, watching it at home, I was like, oh yeah, it's a great movie, and
it hits a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It was like, it was kind of lackluster. It was like, yeah.
Well, it's kind of the thing with comedies in general. Like for the most part, most of them tend to be just one viewing, good experiences, and then afterwards,
bro, I could watch on fucking repeat a number of films. Especially with like, okay,
I mean, there are
like
some
Ace
comedies
Ventura, Dumb and Dumber.
Like some you can watch forever, but there's some that their jokes only land well once.
Fucking Tropic Thunder,
Christmas Vacation,
that one,
Super Bad and Grandma's Boy.
Yeah. I mean, a Water Boy. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of rewatchability and a lot of comedies, but that one right there was just kind of like meh. The second time I watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hopeful that the third film's going to have a bit more flair to it because A, it's directed by Sean Levy, and B, Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. So there's a lot there, as far as like to chew on. Because the second film, yeah, you got Josh Brolin as Cable, and that's cool. Yeah, you've got Zazie Beetz as Domino. But it's like, if you're not a comic book fan, if you don't read Marvel Comics, you're just like, oh, okay, I guess, these are big name actors in roles that I have no fucking clue about. But even still, like the movie on the whole, I don't know. There's just something the second movie doesn't have that the first film does have. But even then, charm, probably, yeah. Like
because the first one had a lot of charm. I was in, when I saw it and I saw that guy, what's his name? He wasn't in the second one. The bartender.
Oh, Weasel. TJ Miller. He's not going to be in the third one.
He won't be in the third one. Okay,
he will not be in the third one.
But yeah, I mean, he was good. They had good chemistry. What's up, Jason?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They had good chemistry. I liked it a lot. So, and who knows how long this Hugh Jackman thing is going to be for? I don't think it's going to be like a buddy movie where Hugh's just kind of hanging out with him the whole movie.
Oh no, I doubt that, especially if the
No.
rumors are true that the movie is basically going to be Deadpool kills the Fox universe. I could see them just fucking going at it like every 20 minutes, like if not outright trying to kill each other. Wouldn't that all shock me?
Yeah, I could see that. And maybe like make some jokes about them knowing each other from X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then saying like,
there's going to be those kind of jokes. There's going to be jokes at the expense of the multiverse. There's going to probably be a joke or two about the DC Extended Universe, if I had to guess, because there were a couple in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that all shock me if like there was at least one or two at the expense of, honestly, I wouldn't at all be shocked if there was a joke about James Gunn jumping shit from Marvel to DC.
I also wouldn't be shocked if there was even a joke thrown in there about Jonathan Majors.
Oh God, if they did that, that would take some fucking balls.
It would
take
with
balls.
a Deadpool movie. That's one you can take that risk with and somewhat get away with it.
If you want to take the piss out of that situation, it would be that movie to do it with. Like if they just made some fucking casual joke about, oh yeah, we're just waiting on Kang to get recast before we introduce him again. It's going to be like, fuck. That would be the deepest fucking joke they could make.
Well, hopefully this one won't come with a record.
Oh,
oh fuck.
They need to do this.
Oh my God.
They need to do this.
Oh God.
I mean, comedy's comedy, bro.
There'd be so many people online that'd be pissed, but I don't care.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's comedy, man. It's satire. It's supposed to make fun of shit.
Exactly.
I mean, and the reaction that I got from Phil and Dawson was exactly what you want from a comedian. And that's sadly what we don't get a lot of, because I've seen a lot of comedies out there that they're not that good.
No, they're not. Sean here says that is the issue the MCU has been facing for a while. They used up their well-known characters, and many of the mediocre failures have been those the average viewer doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
I would also add to that they're doing lesser known characters not in the same way they did with Phase 1, because Phase 1 was straight up nothing but B and C listers. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, like those three predicated the entire first three.
Well, they're not I agree with you in that they're not treating with the same kind of care.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're not putting a whole, they're like, well, let's see if this one works. Let's see if people like this one. Let's see if people like this one. And they're not putting a whole lot they're not investing a whole lot into these side characters, C-list, D-list, E-list characters. And so, yeah, of course, you're not really going to give a shit, I mean,
and it really all kind of starts with Captain Marvel, kind of.
Yeah.
That to me would be the first one that I feel like they kind of went, yeah, here she is, and here's a movie about her. Whereas
that's why they sandwiched her. That's why they did that.
Exactly. And whereas with something like Black Panther, they introduced Black Panther and Spider-Man in the MCU in the same fucking movie, and they didn't even have like a director to cast them with. It was those characters were handed off to the respective directors who made those movies.
Yes.
And now they're even in a worse position, especially with Black Panther, because they can't do the same thing that they wanted to do for very obvious reasons. Whereas with Captain Marvel, it's just they just kind of went, oh fuck, DC made a fucking Wonder Woman movie. Now we have to make a female superhero movie. We need to fast track Captain Marvel now. And that's exactly what happened. They fast tracked it without concretely getting down a solid enough story. And even then, like, the ironic part is like the story wasn't the fucking problem of the Captain Marvel movie. It was kind of the direction and a little bit of the lead actors. Because man, I
would have to disagree with you a little bit there, because the story beats. The character didn't learn anything. The character didn't fail, which is what you really want to see. You want to see them sort of like hit the ceiling. Kind of take a step back and say, what am I doing?
We're not even like so much failing as they were with like struggling. Because like look at Captain America and Thor. Their first movies, they're not necessarily failing. They're fucking struggling. Like especially Thor. Thor has to accommodate himself to planet Earth and like go from being a god to a mortal man, but still like more of a mortal man. Whereas Captain America is struggling with like, yo, I can do these fucking great things and I'm being relegated to a song and dance number. This is bullshit. Whereas Iron Man 1, you watch him fucking fail and fail and fail until he finally gets off his ass and fucking does something with his life, right? Yeah. But then you get to fucking Captain Marvel and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm great. I can do all this shit, but I'm fucking bored.
Yeah.
Whereas with like Black Panther dealt with like the fucking weight of being Black Panther and also having to deal with the weight of being a king and then coming to terms with the fact that his father wasn't exactly the fucking most ideal influence or a king that he should have been, and now
Mufasa.
He was no Mufasa, right? He had to like take that forward and be like, no, I have to be better than my fucking father.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can't even follow that up because obviously Chadwick Boseman's no longer here.
Right, and they had a great thing with Moon Knight in that, you know, he has the issues.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I really think that doing it long form was okay, but I really would have preferred a movie, and because I think a lot more care and time and energy would have been into him. I understand doing it long form, but I really think that they could have done that. I don't think that he. I mean,
okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't think a movie would have benefited that character with the story they told in the series. They would have had to do something different.
It would have had to been something different. I agree. You couldn't have told because I mean, again, it's Moon Knight, so it couldn't have been a long form, you know, movie. It couldn't have been, you know, 2.5, 3 hour movie, because nobody's gonna, even though it's Oscar Isaac, nobody has invested in this character because, again, he's like a C-list, D-list not actor, but I mean, a character.
Yeah.
So you don't know yet, you know, and it's not an ensemble cast like Guardians of the Galaxy, where you know, like, it's like, okay, well, you know, I like Chris Pratt, or I like, you know, this or whatever, and I'll give it a go. It's, you know, I mean, that would have been a huge failure if they had released something better quality, but not as, you know, not much of a draw.
Honestly,
I did make the box office.
I think the two successful characters they've had on television are arguably Loki and Miss Marvel, because those two shows showed that a 6-episode format and a solid, concise story can fucking work. But it all also depends on the type of character and the type of character story you're telling too. Because like Kamala Khan, that's a really easy story. Kid in high school getting superpowers. She's got friends and family, and that's also a part of what worked too, was like they had a really great supporting cast, both in Loki and Miss Marvel. But then you look at something like Falcon and Winter Soldier or like Moon Knight, those probably would have benefited from having a fucking movie as opposed to a 6-episode series.
Yeah.
But then you look at something like WandaVision, it's like, this might have been on a little too long. It could have been cut down in certain respects, and I think that
the intrigue only lasted so long with what they were doing with that show.
And you know, the intrigue worked in its favor for the first 6 episodes too.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, oh, we're doing like 1930, 1940, 1950 style storytelling for this episode, 60s for this episode, 70s for that episode, 80s here. And it's like, okay, cool. Then you get to a more modern standpoint. It's like, oh yeah, we're just going to become a giant fucking superhero romp, and it's Vision versus Vision. It's like, all right.
It broke from what it pitched itself to be.
Yeah.
I mean, Ralph Boner is like the epitome of that show.
Failed opportunity there.
It's a failed opportunity, and I think that's what it is for the whole show.
Yeah.
It's a failed opportunity.
But speaking
I mean,
of Moon
you're
Knight,
supposed to have introduced the other. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Is that okay?
Nice.
Are those couple of those covers from David Finch?
they're all David Finch.
David Finch is the boss.
David Finch is my favorite Moon Knight artist by far. It's not even close.
Well, him and Jim Lee are like neck and neck with me as far as like, you know, where I pull my inspiration from.
I study David Finch's tutorials like a freaking class.
David Finch did that run with Jed McKay, right?
That's with Huston.
Okay. I get them mixed up all the time because they're kind of similar from far away. Bird's eye view. But no, I think Finch is a great artist on Moon Knight.
Oh yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, catch him every Tuesday night draw.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of his like anatomy studies and getting more into like cross hatching and
Monday night draw.
Yeah, I haven't done the live streams. I've just been doing a lot of tutorial videos and pausing so I can like do what he's doing and try to figure that out and all that good stuff. But yeah, he's good. But
speaking of art, I actually just finished it. I was telling the guys before we started live. I finished Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh, you did? Good.
Today.
Now we don't have to go to Andre. We can go to you for better analysis.
You have better understanding of comics.
Yeah. I mean, Andre is sort of a meat and potatoes kind of guy. This guy
he's a noob.
He's a noob.
I mean,
I still haven't read that yet, but I've heard good things.
You know, it's Tom King, so you know exactly what you're signing up for. Depending on how you feel about Tom King, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I'm weirdly enough not one of those people who like, you know, absolutely loves or despises Tom King. I think he's, you know, kind of a fine writer. I'm not gonna say great or terrible. His Batman stuff wasn't for me, but I definitely did like his Mr. Miracle. I think his Human Target run's not bad. There was, oh, you know what? It's super funny. I was not big on his like long series form of Batman, but his Batman Catwoman stuff is actually really fucking good. So I think Tom King benefits from the shorter mini maxi series as opposed to the longer stuff. But that's just me. And as for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, after reading that story, I absolutely understand why James Gunn cast Millie Alcock to play that version of that character. It makes a lot of sense given the way that story plays out. I think it's a very interesting take on the character too, because it's Supergirl, but it's Supergirl in like space doing these really beautiful fucking righteous deeds from planet to planet, trying to help this other character deal with the grief of losing her father. But then when you get to issue 6, you actually see what transpired and how Krypton blew up and like how she dealt with that and what went into her. And like literally they play it off as like, oh yeah, Krypton blows up, but a chunk of it was actually saved by her father until something happens, and then her fucking population starts dying off one by one, and her father takes it upon himself to use the last bit of lead to build a fucking rocket ship to send her to Earth. And this all happens when she's 14 too.
Yeah.
It's a really solid Supergirl story, and I can see why it got nominated for the Eisner. I think it might have even won for the Eisner Award. I'm not 100% on those details, but
I definitely know that it was nominated, but I can't remember.
It was solid.
Michael Eisner Award.
What?
I had to think about that for a second.
The guy from Disney.
But I'm with you about Tom King. Like Tom King and James Tynion for me kind of fall in that category of writers that
I lean more towards Tynion personally. I liked his Batman run a little bit more because he was kind of out there.
Yeah, but like those writers are ones that like they don't necessarily blow me away, but you can at least rely on them to be consistently decent.
Sure.
They always deliver at least a decent story.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's Chip Zdarsky, I think a little bit more so.
Oh my God, dude. Chip Zdarsky is doing shit with Batman I haven't seen since Grant Morrison, and brings nothing but a smile to my face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like what?
Chip Zdarsky took Batman across the fucking multiverse, and it was awesome.
Batman met the Dark Knight Returns Batman. He met Batman 89. He met
Adam West.
Yep, and he was here from all of them.
If I'm not mistaken, he met the fucking animated series Batman too.
He did. Yeah.
Like he meets like a couple different awesome versions of Batman. And basically what happens is he winds up in this world without a Batman, but it's being run by this character called the Red Mask, who's basically a variant of the Joker. He loses his fucking hand fighting another version of the Ghostmaker. And then he's plummeted across the fucking multiverse. And then he gets like the suit from the Dark Knight. He gets the fucking belt from Adam West.
He also met Arkham Batman. Yes,
he meets the Arkham Batman. That's right. Yeah. And fuck me, dude. It's just such a fucking bonkers story. Like the lead into it is a Batman and Robin story with him and Tim Drake. And they're fighting this fucking evil android version of Batman. That's basically fail-safe. Yeah. It's fail-safe, but it's almost the Zur and R if you're very familiar with that. Like I said, Chip Zdarsky is doing fucking Grant Morrison level shit with Batman, and I'm fucking here for it. It's so awesome. But the thing is like, I don't get single issues anymore, so I kind of have to wait for this shit to end up in trade, but I still read the shit in Cliff Notes. So it's every time I see some shit with Chip Zdarsky and Batman, I'm like, yep, that's awesome.
And all that drawn by Jorge Jimenez was one of my favorite, like, newer artists.
Yeah.
Like, I actually stopped getting the Batman and Detective Comics right when Failsafe started, but I like kept up with what was going on via videos and breakdowns and such.
Yeah.
Just because I had to prioritize which comics I wanted to get.
But Jimenez was on with Tynion, and then Joshua Williamson did a short stint on Batman with Molina.
Yep.
And then when Chip Zdarsky took the role over, Jimenez went back to Batman. And
Molina is also another like underrated artist that I really love his style.
Yeah, that Abyss storyline was actually pretty solid, all things considered, because he kind of blinds Batman a little bit, and that leads into what Zdarsky was doing a smidge.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I love what Zdarsky's done with Batman. I can't wait to own Failsafe. Like, I read it all on DC Universe Infinite.
I know, right? Like Andre was like, yeah, no, I really liked it. I can see why James Gunn picked it.
Well, because like, if you've seen Game of Thrones, if you've seen House of Dragon, if you've seen House of the Dragon, you see why Millie Alcock can play this version of that character, because in the story she's very much like gentle, but ruthless, and that's absolutely Rhaenyra Targaryen. And it's like, oh, okay, that 100% makes sense why James Gunn cast her to play that character.
So do you think that after reading this, because I was talking to Andre about it and he couldn't really give me anything, any insight, but do you think that her movie being based off of this could be a prequel or a sequel? Like where do you think it would fit in where they have sort of Superman Legacy kind of coming in at?
Honestly, it's going to kind of maybe act as both, because like I said, it kind of goes over how she leaves Krypton. So there is a little bit of prequel-ish storytelling there, but on the whole...
So do you think that they would show like Cal leaving Krypton? And
no. Oh, actually, they do in the comic. They show his ship leaving first.
Because they usually do that for Supergirl. They're just like,
right,
look at that
guy. But honestly, I could see Woman of Tomorrow taking place after Superman Legacy, because the book picks up on Kara's birthday, and she basically escapes. She doesn't really escape, but she's like going away to like do her own thing and just kind of, not necessarily take a break, but like just kind of chill for a minute. Like where we find her in the story, she's fucking drunk at a bar in outer space.
Yeah. And speaking of space, like that's the thing that like I'm curious to see if they actually follow that story bit for bit, because
well, considering the movie's titled "Woman of Tomorrow" and Tom Cruise heavily,
I mean, come on, Dawson, it's kind of
I haven't read the story, so like I haven't been able to, but I've seen the artwork for it, and the artwork is very space, colorful, and all that. Is. So, like, I'm curious to see how they
Guardians of the Galaxy
in like I guess true Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. I guess to an extent.
I would actually lean more towards Eternals. Like, it wouldn't shock me if you
more
got
colorful.
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't shock me at all if a female director got attached to this. And honestly, I could see either Chloe Zhao or even Kate Herron, who did the first season of Loki, getting attached to it, because her name's apparently in the ring for it. And there's a lot of colorful shit going on in Loki too. So I really feel like if you're going to tackle this story, you kind of need to have that vibe. You need to have it be, because it goes from planet to planet. It's almost like a fucking Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
because they go from world to world in each issue, and it's fucking.
And I've seen some like the plant life that's been drawn on these pages.
Oh yeah,
it just looks really cool, for lack of a better way of describing it.
It's vibrant,
tripping.
It's very vibrant.
Vibrant's a great word for that. Yeah,
it's very vibrant,
vivid.
Yes, vividly vibrant. I'm very curious to see just how close the Supergirl costume is going to be from book to movie, or if they're going to do something a little visually different. But other than that, I don't know how exactly this movie, because obviously adaptations take their liberty. So I really wonder like what's going to make it from the book to the movie, and what's going to be cut and trimmed out, because there are some things that I think you could not necessarily skim over, but things that you can just kind of like hint at, or homage in a certain respect.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I honestly think that Krypto's going to be in this movie too, because he plays.
I think he is, right.
He should be. He's part of the plot. Like
he's also in Superman Legacy, so he'll be in.
Correct. Honestly, yeah, it wouldn't at all shock me if like the end of Superman Legacy ended with Superman being like, "Where the fuck is Krypto?" And you see Supergirl going off in a rocket with Krypto being like, "I'm taking Krypto out on a trip for my birthday."
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah.
Will says all these people who haven't read Woman of Tomorrow. I'm sorry, I had to prioritize comic reading. I've been collecting a lot of Spawn recently, so I've been getting all of that. So
yeah, he can only read it at night because he's not authorized to read that type of literature in his domicile.
I'm not at liberty to say how, but I did manage to get my hands on the first 2 issues of Avengers Twilight.
Oh, okay.
It's the sauce. It's the absolute fucking sauce. Chip Zdarsky. Basically, think Captain America and the Avengers, and the story is essentially The Dark Knight Returns. Like, in essence, it's basically the future, because, man, like, even talking about it just makes me all giddy inside, because, like, Steve Rogers is fucking old, and he's, like, lost his super soldier serum. Him, Matt Murdock, and fucking Luke Cage all meet up at a park, and they're like, yeah, things aren't like what they used to be. The government's in total totalitarian mode. Fucking Tony Stark and Janet Van Dyne have a kid named what is the kid's name? Anyway, I don't remember the kid's name, but the son of Tony. No, the son of Tony Stark is basically like I don't know how to really word this without being like kind of real worldy, but he's essentially think modern-esque billionaire in the same vein of like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, and he runs Stark Industries that way.
So he's a douche.
Yes, he's a douche. He's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
okay. He is a straight up fucking douchebag.
Got those vibes.
Yeah, he's like got piercings and tattoos all over. He's just a straight up fucking millionaire douchebag. And they've basically outlawed heroes of all kinds. They've basically turned all heroes into nothing but vigilantes. And like, you know, the Avengers and the Thunderbolts, like they rule the world with like a fucking iron fist. It's kind of like how Superman was the government's lapdog in The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
But it like pisses Captain America. It pisses Steve Rogers off because he's just like, this is not what we fucking stood for. This is not at all what we fought for. This is all fucking bullshit. And everyone's been manipulated by the media to believe this shit. It's really kind of an interesting play on like modern times from a certain respect. Propaganda. Yeah. Huge influence of propaganda because they reference this event called H-Day where Ultron fucks up everything. Fucking Peter Parker died. A couple heroes died. Villains died. Like everyone fucking died and they blamed the Avengers for it. So everyone kind of took the fall. And like as a result, Captain America and Steve Rogers was like, fine, fuck it. Take my super soldier serum. If you guys think I'm causing this much damage, I'll abide by your shit. Fucking do it. But he sees a bunch of innocent kids getting the shit kicked out of them by these fucking ironclad fucking cops or whatever. I don't really remember what they're called. I'm gonna have to reread the issue. But like he sees like these kids getting caught up and fucking like beating the shit out of for little to no good reason at all. And he's like, okay, fuck this. Captain America needs to come back. This is some fucking bullshit. So Luke Cage saves him and has like this underground version of the Defenders happening behind the scenes. And he's like, look, we've been trying to replicate the super soldier serum. Everyone who's tried has died. And they even go as far as to like do the machine from Captain America, the First Avenger. And they're like, Steve, you got to come back. And Steve's like, all right, fine, fuck it. Pump me with the serum. And he fucking comes out of the machine. He's old man Steve Rogers and he's fucking Captain America again. He's fucking done. He's like, fuck the government. This is bullshit. We're stopping this shit. It's a pretty solid story. I've enjoyed it, but I don't really feel too comfortable talking more about it because I don't think issue 2 is even out yet for consumption.
Yeah. Well, if you like a lot of those like dystopian future where things are going all to hell,
you'll love Mad Max.
You will love Avengers Twilight. It is fucking in that.
What I'm saying is you would love Tokyo Ghost.
Yes.
Tokyo Ghost.
Oh, is this a drop?
No, this is from Sean Murphy. This is a book that I read early last year, and I finally got a hardcover copy.
You got hard getting?
No.
Okay.
But basically, what this is that it's a dystopian future where you have these helmets and implants that just constantly feeds you entertainment, and it just completely turns your brain to mush. And this one guy is basically enslaved by this, and he's basically made into a mercenary through all these like pumped in drugs into a system, and his girlfriend is like trying to get him free of it. And they have one last job to do, so they get sent to Tokyo. That has become sort of a non-technology sort of like a almost kind of like a hippie commune, but without being hippie. But it's like ruled by like almost like a traditional Japanese village. Okay, and so they go there, and the guy detoxes, and like, but then they get chased back down by the people from modern day LA.
Anime, didn't they?
I don't know if they did, but
I'm pretty sure they did.
They might have. I'd have to look into that if that's the case, because it's a dang good book.
Yeah, so it's pretty solid from what I understand. Yeah. I haven't read it personally, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah. I mean,
I've seen it too, and I'm just like
Sean Murphy. Like, you really can't go wrong with Sean Murphy.
Okay, then yeah, that's why I've heard it, because it's Sean Murphy, same guy who does Batman White Knight, right?
Yeah, and he also re-released. I don't know if he had released single issues for it before, but he also had re-released through Massive Publishing this book called The Plot Holes.
Isn't Beyond the White Knight out in trade?
It is. Yeah, I have the hardcover back there.
I got to get that. I really got to get that because I need to read that fucking book.
It's so freaking good. I love that Batman universe so much.
Yeah, that universe is so fucking intricate and like homage-y to a lot of different versions of Batman. That's why I like it so much.
And just so unique. It does its own freaking thing and ignores a lot of stuff. And it's like, thank you. Just do your own thing.
Like, I love that in the second book, Harley Quinn and Bruce wind up fucking married. That shit cracked me up. I was like,
that's a big part of Beyond the White Knight too.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Big part of it. But this plot holes book that I mentioned was I'll explain this and we can move on to other topics like Daredevil and such. But this book basically talks about the main universe of this world is this server where all these different books, whether it be comics or novels and such, they get edited. And these characters from different books that are like basically deleted or not published come together and try to help save different books from either bad plot points or bad character developments. And so they treat these like editing books as if they're saving different universes. And so
you something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so like they have a giant tiger guy from a fantasy book. They have this little guy who looks like Calvin and Hobbes. They have a manga guy named like, what's his name? Like Captain Manga or something. And then you also have this guy who's a character in a comic book who's a comic artist. And so they all like work together to try to save all these different books from deletion. And it's really unique, really interesting, but it's also very self-aware.
Heard of that?
Yeah, it's good.
But not that book. It's a different book that it has like there's this one drawing of like Batman's hand and all these other like hands of different people that you recognize or whatever. They're coming like poking through like cells or whatever, like jail cells. I can't remember.
That's Spawn issue number.
Yeah, that is Spawn.
Yeah, Spawn issue 6. I'm pretty sure.
6.
Yeah. So like kind of similar, but like this is more meta in that way. But anyway, yeah. So Tokyo Ghost and plot holes. I'm gonna put this back on the shelf. But the other thing I want to talk about too was Daredevil. We got some set photos that came out. I don't know if we want to really show it, but we can just talk about some things that were shown.
Sure.
And we got to see Daredevil's new suit up close. It's a bit more like brighter red than it's been.
Yeah.
But we also got to see Bullseye's costume. And again, just further confirmation and photos of Foggy and
Karen
Page. And the more that they keep reworking the show and they're changing things back to what they should have done in the first place, the more excited that I get about it. I just hope they don't screw it up.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, like, if I'm not mistaken, I think that the suit for Bullseye is actually taken from a very recent run of I almost said Deadpool. Daredevil.
Okay.
It's from Zardsky and Chiquetto, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, let me...
Because I got a couple of those issues of that Daredevil run before I had to prioritize.
Yeah, so this is the one I was talking about. And it's Spawn.
Yep, that's Spawn.
But yeah, there's Wolverine, there's Shazam, there's the Hulk. So you can I guess it's Captain America. There's other, I guess it's Black Panther, a Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. You can tell who they are or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's because they were like, he was, I guess, saving them from deletion or some shit like that.
No, so that issue basically is a commentary on the issues of like characters in a connected universe or with a big like production company, whereas characters like Spawn and I forget the other character that was along with him on this journey, they're all like creator owned and independent,
right, because they were they had just branched off into Image Comics, and they were just like fuck you to
so basically saying like they're trapped in your own prison of your own creation, whereas we're free to do whatever the heck we want with our stories. So that's what that was. It wasn't saving them from deletion, it was just saying, hey, you're trapped, essentially. But Phil, you brought this picture of Bullseye's costume. Yes. Yeah,
so this is from Marco Cicchetto, who did the run with Zardsky, and that's kind of what the suit is inspired by, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of the look they're going for.
That's cool. It's way better than Colin Farrell.
I agree, but I also think it's just a better suit to go off of, because honestly, I like the character of Bullseye, but his suits always look goofy as fuck.
They really do.
Like the white lines, the big old target on the head. I was just like, that's kind of goofy.
I mean, it would have been also cool if he had like repainted the Daredevil suit that he took in season 3, but like that works too.
Yeah. I think what they're doing with the character now is much more fashionable. I should say would be the best way to say it. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's essentially Daredevil season 4,
which is what they just should call it. I know there's like rights reasons and everything, but like basically just call it that. But whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's, it's whatever.
I'm not worried.
I know you're not worried. You don't care. That's why you're not worried.
Now, I know some people are probably really disappointed because I heard a few people were like, oh man, they should totally do the Shadowland costume where it's all black with a little bit of red. I'm like, they're not going to fucking do that.
No.
There's no fucking way they're going to do that.
I mean, I'd be okay if they did like the black with the red D's on the chest and everything, but like
that's the Shadowland
the double
suit,
D's.
Yeah.
I don't think Disney will do double
as
D's.
long as they don't do Daredevil black suit with the armor and stuff. As long
No,
as they stay away
fuck that.
from that.
I wanted that suit. They should do that suit. Definitely.
Really?
Yes, I want to see that suit in live action. I think it would be fucking badass. With the
This
metal
is one of the few
and
things comic-wise we disagree on.
You're going to keep Dawson up at night if they do that.
Dude, I fucking love that suit so much. I love that.
I just don't think it matches Daredevil. I just
fine. I love it because it's fucking wicked. It's 90s and I love it.
It is very 90s. That's true. And if you're a fan of that era, then that can definitely appeal to you. But
oh god, I love that suit so much.
And I tend to be a fan of a lot of 90s things, but that's one of those 90 things where I'm just like, stay.
You don't like 90 things?
90s things. I like 90s things. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Spawn. It's 90s as it gets. But
you're like, oh, okay.
God damn it! Don't bring me to Reddit. What the fuck I was looking at? God damn you!
So this is what you were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, black armor. Yeah.
Yep. That's the suit, and it's badass.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish they would do it, but I don't think they're gonna.
No.
If they do it, they should do it for Secret Wars.
Well, here's the thing: is that if they do that, that's one of those suits where you have to make it perfect or don't make it at all.
True.
Well, the only problem with the suit, going to live action or whatever, would be the pauldrons, the shoulder pieces. So yeah, those look huge. If they streamed them a little bit, made them a little smaller than that, just to fit the the body a little bit better. Yeah, I think this suit's pretty dope. I don't like the knee pads very much because
there's just a lot going on.
I like this. I like what's on the arms, like right here. That's
if they simplified it, then I'd be more cool with it. I hate the thing on the neck.
I don't have a problem with that.
I can't stand that.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with right here, the abdomen, where the red, unless because it looks to me like the red part would not move, like it's armor. But if it's just part of the suit, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know what the braces are on the left arm right here. I don't know what those are. If that's something, because it's not on the right, so it's like, what is that?
Maybe it's just on the inside and it's not showing up. I don't know.
Okay, maybe. But I mean, I do like it. I mean, his nose is a little long. He looks kind of, fucking like Captain Boomerang there. But a little bit. I like the abdomen. I think that's cool. I like this. If this is in the suit and not just on the knee pads, but it does look like it's on the knee pads, it's connected. If they just kind of incorporate that and just kind of give him some sort of cool knee pads or whatever, that's cool. I like the arm. I like that. I think that's good design. I don't have a problem with this suit. And you heard it here first, guys.
I mean, for a simple superhero suit, I think it's fine, but it's just for the character Daredevil specifically.
He's blind. He doesn't know what the fuck he's wearing. I mean, I'm sorry. He's blind. He doesn't know what the shit this looks like. That's why he wears fucking mustard yellow shit. He doesn't fucking know.
Hold on. You say that, and it reminds me of one of my favorite Daredevil pages of all time. It's the end of the 6-issue miniseries with Frank Miller. And I'll show you. Hold on a second. Let me pull up this page. I'm going to share my screen once I get it. But basically, it goes into it's like basically the sign off for the story, like saying, "Oh, I finally made myself a costume," and the dialogue on it just says here, "I made myself a costume, and I don't have a clue what it looks like," and it's just the classic red with a DD on it.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, but that dialogue is it's like, well, duh. Of course, he doesn't know what it looks like, but I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, no, when it comes to Daredevil, I'm very much a proponent of the all over red costume, maybe a little bit of black here and there. I do like the all black with the red
traditionalist, I believe, with the term you're looking for.
Not necessarily, because I'm not the biggest fan of the yellow costume.
That's another good term.
Well, the yellow costume isn't necessarily traditional in the same way the red one is.
I guess
the red suit is commonly the red is the most.
You associate red with Daredevil, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But anyway, with that being said, you bring up Captain Boomerang.
This looks fucking good. Hold up.
What are you looking at?
Wait.
What are you looking at? What are you
trying to still
looking at?
prove to me that the armor works.
Hold on, I gotta open up a new tab. Okay, cool. Okay, here I'm gonna present this one. This looks fucking dope. Hold up. Share screen window. Here we go. Blah 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 blah. And there, look at that.
Yeah,
that looks fucking.
That
cool,
looks
dude.
better
right there. Look at that. DD. Look at that double D on one titty.
The way that is designed, it looks.
And
a
that
lot
makes
better.
more sense. Look, okay, now I know what the fuck those bracers do. They fucking hold his shit.
Yeah. Okay,
So
I like that concept a lot.
I mean, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, it doesn't look good." And it's just a drawing. When they render something like this, it could look pretty fantastic.
Sure, but as that picture is concerned, I didn't like how it was drawn. I didn't like the design in that instance.
Right, but you're wrong. So therefore, but you're wrong. but you're wrong.
Okay.
So,
but you're wrong.
but I think this looks good. I think this would translate well.
When rendered well, it's a good suit. When rendered well, that's a big if.
Look at this guy. Raw, look at that. That's dope.
That's like saying the Asbat suit can be rendered well and look good in live action.
The Azrael Batsuit?
Azrael Batman suit. Yeah.
Azrael, yes. I think that on or in the comics, it looks ridiculous.
It does.
It's got the huge shoulders, which are round, which looks stupid.
How the fuck do you make the little spikes come out of his boot like that, though? That looks ridiculous, too.
That does look ridiculous. It does. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I'd sort of have it kind of like accent off of his calf muscle. And just kind of come out, kind of like you would do with with the arms, but kind of have it come out a little bit, just to kind of be at the have it still there and pay tribute to it. But the problem that I have is that thing that goes around his neck. It's kind of like a collar, but it's like a collar, and then you got those two big circular things that are on his.
See anything.
No, his mask is fine. I like his mask.
See, no, but like he can't
that's
see
where
over his shoulder.
I can't see the mask working in live action because he doesn't have a mouth. And I'm just like,
well, it's kind of like, what would you do? What would you do with Batman Beyond? Would you make it where it's like paint?
That's a tough one.
Or nanotech, where like it's like on his face and he can talk through it, blah 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 blah. But I mean, honestly, it would just be black.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would do what John Ridley did and just give him a fucking face mask with no mouthpiece. I would do that and have it be a voice modulator. That's what I would do.
Or you could have kind of do what the Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit did, but a little less over the top.
You know what you could do?
Sure, maybe.
You know what you could do? You could do it to where it like it's you see his mouth, but it's like darkened because it's like see through, but you can see him talking, but it's like kind of like it doesn't show any pigment.
So like the Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit that I just described.
It could be
kind of, yeah.
It could be. I don't know. I don't have that in front of me right now. I have Daredevil in front of me, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of things about the Batman Beyond suit can work in live action. The mouthpiece isn't one of them.
The mouthpiece is very difficult.
Yes.
So
you just can't pull it off in live action unless you want to risk the chance of like uncanny valley with his mouth and just weird people out.
I mean, to be honest with you, it could work. Like I said, it could look like just put some makeup on his face and just get
Ironically enough, I do think that if you're gonna do Batman Beyond in live action, that's the only version of Batman that you should do white eyes on.
Oh, definitely. Agreed.
Yeah. Outside of that, if you're just doing traditional Batman, I don't give a fuck who you are. Those white eyes won't work. It's not Spider-Man. It's not Wolverine. It's not Deadpool. Your actor needs to convey emotion through the eyes. I don't give a fuck how traditional you want your fucking Batman to be.
But I'm sorry, but the Dark Knight, he looks stupid.
It looks kind of goofy. I can't disagree.
It looked dumb.
And those eyes were useless. He got his butt kicked
with that one instance with Affleck in the other suit where it had like the lit.
Oh, that was perfect.
That's great. That
was perfect.
Yeah.
But you can't just have that like forever.
No,
you can't interrogate people.
I'm sorry, it's just not going to fucking work.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care if Deadpool and Spider-Man made it work. It's not going to fucking have the same effect for Batman. And people are like, "Oh no, you don't know what you're talking about." No. You don't know what you're talking about because you've never made a fucking movie. Shut up.
Yeah.
The only way it could work is if they went one step further. I don't know if they do this with Deadpool, but
like I said, it can only work with Batman Beyond.
Eyes. If they actually animated the shit and made it look like, like gave him some emotion, like shock, fear, or whatever, just like, oh shit. Because, you can't really do that in live action with, lenses or whatever, but they could do it. It wouldn't come off the same. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm still of the mind that, like, if you're gonna do White Eyes on Batman in live action, it's got to be Batman Beyond or nothing. Don't even try it. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think in the chat? You guys are just sitting there thinking about this. You're like, wait a minute. Who says that they can work? Who says they can't? I'm curious. I'm just curious. The guys that we have watching, even the gals, but the guys we have watching, like, what do you think? Can a Batman have white eyes in live action and it fucking works? Or do you have to have the pupils to emote? I'm super curious about that.
We're so curious.
So curious.
And I love that, like, James Gunn.
Like Curious George.
What's up, Jordan? I love that James Gunn has to answer the same fucking question almost once a month. Like, hey, is this rumor about who's getting cast as Batman true? And he's like, no, we don't have a fucking script. So no, Batman's not getting cast yet. Stop asking. I don't understand why so many people are so just fucking like, oh yeah, Batman's totally getting cast next. And it's like, no, the fuck he's not. Who told you this
before Batman?
Dude, they're gonna cast fucking The Authority before they cast Batman. Let's be brutally honest here.
Well, right, because they have to kind of, they're not gonna. They already have what's his face. They already have Pattinson in the role of Batman. So there's like, okay, we don't need to hurry up about this.
Right? Like, there is a Batman movie in the works right now. The one that James Gunn is making is probably pretty farther off in production because Andy Muschietti's working on a fucking TV show for HBO Max. Like, I honest to God do not believe that they're going to start working on that script, or at least have anyone working on that script for at least a year.
Well, I mean, I will say, to be fair, they did cast the Supergirl without having the director for that movie.
True, but James Gunn has also said that they've shifted shit around since the strikes.
Sure.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did say that.
He did.
And since they cast Supergirl, and Supergirl does have a writer attached to the script, and it sounds like the script is probably close to finish, if not already finished. If they have her in the role, that tells me they have a script to work with, and they're probably going to lock down a director soon.
Speaking of scripts being completed that we totally care about, did you guys see they finished writing the script for Peacemaker season 2?
Yeah,
nobody cares. I care more about this comment here. Alejandro Ricardes says White Eyes should be activated when in battle to protect his eyes.
I could
from shrapnel. That works for me. Superheroes are for kids. Get the fuck out of here. Muschietti. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a fucking job. Who gives a shit? Muschietti will stay as long as he's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care, dude. There's no fucking us versus them. This person gives a shit about that person. All that bullshit. Fuck
Schedules
that, dude.
change all the time. People take other jobs. They take
other jobs.
Honestly, it's like,
and if he's free, he'll do it.
Look, we're talking about the man who made the fucking Flash movie happen. Okay, granted, the movie's the movie. Okay, that dude is a champ for making that movie, finishing it, and dealing with 3 different fucking regimes too. So if anyone can make the fucking Batman Brave and the Bold movie, I'd be okay with him doing it, because honestly, the Batman shit in that movie is the best thing in the fucking movie outside of the Barry stuff with his mom.
And this is more exciting than Batman. The Batman 2 for me is
the Penguin show.
Set
oh my god, dude!
Is more exciting than.
Did you see the one of him holding the top hat?
Yeah.
Oh god, that brought a smile to my face. That was so fucking cool.
Yeah. So that's. I'm more interested in that. I'm ready to go. Let's have they wrapped? Are they still filming? What's going on with that?
From what I understand, they're still filming, but they probably can't be too far off from finishing it because it's supposed to debut this fall.
Oh, nice. Well, good. That's actually something that I can look forward to.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole shit ton to look forward to. I do still want to see Aquaman 2. I haven't seen that shit yet, but I do.
It's
want
funny
to have something to look forward to.
It's really funny you mentioned Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2 is currently the highest grossing DCEU film since Black Adam.
Oh, wow.
420. It actually surpassed Black Adam. It's sitting at 423 million, I think, at the box office right now.
Wow.
Yeah, worldwide box office.
I'm surprised about that, but hey, whatever. I mean, people see, like I said, dude, Jason Momoa, man, and that's probably why he was like hooting and hollering when he came out of fucking Walter Hamada's office, like, you don't know what's coming. It's like, yeah, no, neither do we. But it was probably like, yeah, we're gonna do Aquaman 2, but it seems that they like you, so we're just gonna do more Jason Momoa and less Arthur Curry. Like, oh yeah, woo!
It's at $424,038,057. So
wow,
there we have
good
it.
for him. It's not $1 billion. The first one was $1 billion because it was.
But we also have to take into account the landscape has changed. Streaming's a thing. Superhero movies are things people aren't really all that into right now. The fact a fucking Aquaman movie made more than the Marvels did. Come on, that is kind of hilarious.
In relation, same studio. Where does Wonka sit?
Oh, Wonka, I think is at like about the same. I think.
Okay. Because if it made the same
or
better than Wonka,
okay, no, it's not. Wonka's actually sitting at $552 million.
Okay.
Like, did anyone see Wonka here?
Andre saw Wonka and he ate chocolate right after.
That he did.
Because I didn't hear if it was like good or bad. I think it just was.
Andre loved it. Andre thought it was fantastic.
When I initially Googled it, it said 550 million, but Box Office Mojo is saying 573 million.
Anthony, who's always trashed, is wrong.
Wrong.
600 million.
Wrong.
Come on now,
You're off by about 25 million there, buddy.
That's trash.
But yeah,
White Eyes could work.
And it looks like it had a budget.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Wow.
Thank you.
Apparently Wonka's budget was $125 million.
I do want to see Wonka. I'm not chomping at the bit to see it.
Neither am I.
But I do want to watch it. Andre saw it. He said it gave him a lot of Gene Wilder vibes, and I'm like, okay, cool, because that's my favorite, Willy Wonka,
Same.
That's I do not acknowledge the Johnny Depp shit that came out. That was stupid. And
The Tim Burton movie, if I'm not
it's
mistaken.
one of the worst Tim Burton movies I've ever seen.
Great. It is not good at all.
It is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Like
right there next to that other one with Johnny. Oh, Johnny Depp's in like 40.
If you had a barometer of like the best movie that Johnny Depp and Tim Burton have made, you can make an argument it's either Sleepy Hollow or Edward Scissorhands. It's one of those two, and then at the fucking other end of the spectrum, it's Wonka. It's Willy Wonka.
It's Wonka and Sweeney
It's not even
Todd.
called that. It's not even called that. It's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, because they were like, "This is what the book was called."
I'm kind of with you. I think Sweeney Todd is so overrated.
Sweeney Todd is not good at all.
Well, you also have his Planet of the Apes. That's not Johnny Depp, but like it's
Planet of the Apes is Mark Wahlberg. And
Planet of the Apes is fucking watchable compared to Sweeney Todd and fucking Charlie and the Chocolate
agree,
Factory.
and that's only because of Richard, the makeup artist. He worked on American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Fudge, I can't remember his name. He's a great art. I would have loved to have seen his work on Thundercats. He would have fucking owned that shit.
That would be cool.
But God, his shit. He has a fantastic creature studio, and he's been in years been in business for years. But he is the best thing about Planet of the Apes, aside from the performance of Tim Roth and
Tim Roth
and,
was
and
great
the late great Michael Clark Duncan.
Correct.
I think that they were fantastic in their roles. I think the movie sucked, but they were great.
I liken Burton's
Rick
Planet
Baker.
of the Apes.
There it is. Rick Baker. Yes. That dude is freaking phenomenal. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I used to watch all kinds of shit he would do with prosthetics. It's awesome. Or with
I liken that Planet of the Apes flick to the 98 Godzilla movie. They're in that same kind of quality category where it's like
you talking about great. The Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, that one.
The best thing that came out of that was the fucking Taco Bell burrito that came out. That was fucking phenomenal.
It was fucking hilarious.
It was called the Volcano.
Makes sense.
It was called the Volcano.
The point is like, are those movies really great? No. But are they memorable for being like not great? Yeah.
Yes. The best thing about that movie was we just watched Jurassic Park, and then you saw the teaser, and the teaser was the bones of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then fucking Godzilla comes and stomps on that shit.
Right.
That was the best thing about that movie. I was like, holy
the marketing
shit.
For the movie. Yeah.
It was awesome.
You see, Ryan, with the volcano, very rarely do you see a food actually named the effect that it has on the human body.
Yeah. That shit was great.
Very rarely. Yeah.
And it was affordable. And I was so pissed when they stopped doing it. I was like, why wouldn't you keep that going? The movie's out, but who gives a shit? Keep making that shit. It's fucking awesome. It was great. It was delicious.
was fabulous.
Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell, the 5-layer burrito.
The volcano. Hell yes,
sure.
dude. And they took it out, and I was so pissed. I was in the drive-thru. I remember like it was yesterday. And I was in the drive-thru, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a volcano and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, we don't serve that anymore. I'm like, why don't they do that off menu shit, you know, where like you fucking ask for something that's not on the menu, they can still make it?
Yeah.
Depends on what Taco Bell you go to.
menu.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have got out the car and talked to these people.
Yeah.
But
You should have.
it was delicious. It was delicious. Actually, like that Godzilla movie. The best thing about that is the fucking Wallflowers video. Come on now.
Fuck. Oh my
and
god.
That was I was like the only thing I got pissed off at Jimmy Page because I was like, you fucking sold out because you allowed Puff Daddy or whatever to fucking sing over When the Levee Breaks. And I was like, fuck you, dude. I'm done. me and John Bonham, we're sitting back here, you know, just eating our volcanoes.
Oh my gosh. But speaking of real quick,
what up?
Like fast food stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm assuming you guys had heard of the snack wraps at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Best thing McDonald's had for years are like little chicken wraps with like lettuce.
I haven't had McDonald's in years though.
Well, that was the best thing they had for years.
Good for you.
Yeah, I do
but they got rid of it a couple years ago.
Taco Bell anymore.
Yeah, but like they got rid of that a couple years ago. But now every other fast food restaurant is like basically doing their own snack wraps. Hardee's just down the road has like
I don't eat Hardee's.
I have it every now and then if it's like if I need to have something on the road. But they have like a spicy, then a ranch, and a honey mustard one. And like basically all these fast food restaurants are saying, McDonald's, you effed up. We have our own snack wraps now. People are going to come to us for them, and they were dang right.
No, because Whataburger just came out with their they have like these chicken nugget things that are like soaked in some sort of sauce, and they're like, what a chicken or whatever. Oh, dude, Whataburger is the bomb. I don't know if you've ever had Whataburger, Phil, but it is the bomb diggity. It's better than fucking In-N-Out and all that.
In-N-Out is an okay place to eat, but it's not worth the line.
It's not Whataburger.
No, it's not. In-N-Out has the most trashiest fries ever, period, bar none.
Yep.
Their milkshakes aren't great, but their burgers aren't half bad. The double doubles are actually really fucking good. But
I will take the Five Guys burgers over In-N-Out any day.
That 1,000 times that. Plus, the line is nowhere near as long as the wait.
Well, Venom, he says McDonald's in Japan and Mexico still has snack wraps. What the heck? Why take it away from America?
Because
do you know McDonald's actually sold pizza?
They did, yeah. I remember seeing
that was weird. I went out like it
was a very long time ago.
I lived in Houston. I went out, in the suburbs or whatever, and I pulled up to a McDonald's. I was like, they have a pizza? I didn't order that shit because I didn't trust it.
Oh yeah, don't trust that. Oh my gosh.
Bingo bongo boom. Yeah.
What the heck? Like, America is the target demographic for a snack wrap. Why leave it in other places like Japan and Mexico?
America's
in America.
Graphic for diabetes.
It is. I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, this stuff is fast food, but it is not good for your body to eat it constantly or eat it every day.
Yep.
I barely ever eat it because my wife doesn't eat it, so like I don't eat it. Yeah. Only fast food that I eat pretty regularly is Chick-fil-A.
Ew.
Look, okay. The problem that I have with Chick-fil-A, and I do eat there, but the problem that I have is they put it in this fucking foil bag, which makes the bun soggy and also the chicken soggy. And I'm like, no, don't fucking do that. That's horrible. You're ruining your sandwich.
See, for me, I always get, without fail, the spicy Chick-fil-A deluxe sandwich with medium waffle fries and the Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce is the best sauce any fast food restaurant has. You can fight me on it. It is the truth.
What are you talking about? Isn't it the same shit as cane sauce?
Nope.
It's the same damn shit.
Nope.
Bro, as bad as McDonald's is, McDonald's has the best barbecue sauce ever, bar fucking none.
And some spices put together, and that's all it is.
I'm sorry, but McDonald's has the best barbecue sauce, period, bar none.
I haven't had their barbecue sauce in a long time. So
their tangy BBQ is fucking unmatched. I'm sorry.
Like, oh yeah, I did have one of the chicken nuggets. That was pretty good.
Yeah, their tangy barbecue sauce is fucking unmatched. If there's anything,
Whataburger spicy ketchup is the fucking bomb.
Whataburger spicy ketchup is also gross.
Ew, that is spicy ketchup. No thanks, buddy.
I do like
spicy ketchup. That's what's up.
Yeah, spicy ketchup.
It's good.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Fucking no, thank you. I'm good off that.
Good.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I'm good.
You have?
I
then
don't
fry
like
sauce.
spicy ketchup. I don't like spicy
Oh, it
ketchup.
was good.
Period.
Oh, they
You guys
sell
know
it
what
in
fry sauce is, right?
tubes, huh?
I'll
You
give
guys know what
some
fry sauce is?
I'll give
Fry
you some fry
sauce?
sauce.
Yeah, mix ketchup and
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ketchup, mayonnaise, and some spice. And there you have Cane's and Chick-fil-A's secret sauce.
No. Chick-fil-A sauce has mustard in it.
I'll show you some
Well,
secret
then they
sauce.
added that. I was like, oh,
There's also some other things too. So you're wrong.
No, whatever.
You're wrong, Brian.
It's not that integral.
Ryan was wrong.
Not...
I'll put Chick-fil-A sauce on anything fast food. I'll tell you what, it's dang good stuff.
I'm gonna just not agree with that. I'm sorry.
So, okay, we actually just had Chick-fil-A open near us like 2 months ago. We had been waiting for that thing to be
Well,
finished
yeah,
for,
I
like,
mean,
a
the
year.
Amish are really like deprived of, you know, kinds of
I'm gonna say this for the 13th time. Mormons are not Amish.
You
It's not
guys,
the
are
same.
you guys are the Amish in the northern hemisphere. Let's go.
Nope.
Bro,
Nope.
he's
Let's go. Like this guy knows. This guy knows. Here he goes.
Brian
Hold
eats
on,
Chick-fil-A
motherfucker.
every day. First off,
Not every day. I eat
buddy.
Whataburger every day.
That's a fucking lie, Andre. He
I
does
eat
not eat there
Whataburger.
every day.
I do eat Chick-fil-A once a week though.
Oh my god, you disgust me.
But
You both
I
fucking
do
disgust
eat
me.
it once a week. But Whataburger, I could eat that every other day consistently.
He could live off of Whataburger if he wanted to.
Whataburger, yes,
Dude,
because
the
that
Dr.
is
Pepper
delicious. The
shakes?
worst. I used to love their shakes, but then if you haven't had a shake in a while, and then you go back and have a shake, it's not. It tastes funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, I think
Wendy's
In-N-Out
has the best
like,
shakes.
The
I'm gonna
Frosties?
actually
Yes,
I'm
with
gonna
the fries.
throw in maybe but I would also throw in Jack in the Box as a contender there too for best shakes.
I haven't
I
had
love their-
Jack in
I
the Box.
haven't had
in
Jack in the Box
years.
shake.
They put these
What is
fucking
this? What is
great
this?
whipped cream.
Yeah,
in
it's
their
like a
shake.
packet. Fuck you.
Wow. We don't
He's
fat
so
shame here,
jealous.
Andre. What the fuck,
And
dude?
look. When Andre and Anthony came over here and we went and ate Whataburger, he wanted to go there every fucking day. I don't care
Of course he
what.
did.
I was like, "Hey, Whataburger." He was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Whataburger."
Wow.
He was the first in line. Look at this guy.
That sounds like something.
Oh, I'm not
Now,
doing that.
A
Okay.
place like that
Just kidding.
that my wife and I like to go to whenever we go out west for visiting family and everything. There's a place called Cafe Rio.
Avocado? What is that?
You don't visit me.
Well, as far as
I
I go is Utah. We've only
I
gone as
did.
far as Utah, but like Cafe Rio, their salads with the sweet pork and the big tortilla on the bottom. Oh my gosh. I mean, Chipotle could never, and I love Chipotle, but freaking Cafe Rio. Andre,
Chipotle's
shut
not
up. You're not
really
here. You
that
can't even
good.
integrate. You can't even add to the conversation. So shut up.
Nobody cares, Dawson.
Get back to work.
Yeah, get back to your job.
I know,
Roga,
right?
you also shut up.
He's over there doing stuff. I can't say what he's doing.
Talking about food and Cafe Rio is
yeah.
Sorry, we don't eat koala around these parts.
we don't eat dingo babies.
We don't eat dingo dog babies over here. No, sir.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee is a national treasure.
That's not a knife.
This
This is a knife.
You want some gator skin? Go down to the fucking buoy. You'll get your gator skin there.
I'll
Oh
hunt
my
my dinner
gosh.
with a boomerang.
Along with my good friend a koala bear.
Wallaby. Wallaby. I just
You
have
ever
to say
had some
wallaby.
kangaroo stick?
Kangaroo
You
stick.
love some kangaroo on a stick. I tell you what.
They call me up around Jack. I'll show you my knife. I'll show you my knife.
Okay, Jerry
Koala.
O'Connell.
Koala.
You have to say it
Koala.
right, koala.
that's a
Like you're
piranha.
like koala.
Oh my gosh.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Gosh dang it. Now I'm thinking of that stupid movie Kangaroo Jack.
That's
Kangaroo
why I
Jack.
said thanks, Jerry O'Connell.
Oh yeah. Jerry O'Connell.
You know he's a twin?
Yes,
Really?
I did know that.
Yes.
You know
I
he's
did
also
not-
married to Rebecca Romaine.
now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, because John Stamos was married to her.
Right. Want to know how
And
I found that out?
Now he's dating the girl from Full House that he was
What?
on screen married to, or whatever. That girl.
Oh really?
Hmm? whatever
Lori
her
Loughlin?
name is, because she
Wasn't her name Aunt Jackie?
she's now divorced as well.
Lori Loughlin?
God, what is that her name? Let me see.
The Aunt Becky?
Yes.
Becky. That's
Yeah,
who it
Lori
was.
Loughlin.
Becky.
Yes.
Jackie.
Fuck. Lori
Yes.
Loughlin and John Stamos?
Oh yeah.
You know she went to trial, right?
For what?
Fucking I don't want to say embezzlement. I don't think that was it, but like some shit. Yeah, like her and another famous actress, like they went to trial over some shit a couple years ago, dude.
Yeah, like
Wow.
something to do with like the school system there or something.
Yeah,
like funding with
yeah.
the school.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the details, but I remember it was like really weird when I saw that report about
Yeah,
it.
he was on like some Instagram or TikTok or some shit. He was like talking about how, he's single and she's single and all this other shit. And I was like, okay, cool. You do you, boo.
Yeah, Droga saying I want boneless chicken. You know what? I want Buffalo Wild Wings. That's what I want,
Buffalo Wild Wings.
dude.
I've been going to Big City Wings. Have you been there?
So it was a college
No.
admission scandal. There we go. Yeah.
College admissions, yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But Big City Wings, no, I've always wanted to go to Wingstop though. They have these
Wingstop's actually really good.
they have these like dry rub ribs or not ribs, wings, and I
Yeah.
love dry rub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you love the dry rub,
they're
right?
sauce, dude.
You-
They're
They're all
awesome.
about the dry rub.
You bastard! Gosh dang it!
It reminds me of fucking Justin Timberlake saying, like doing the whole thing with what was the girl he was into, and they would just like dry rub. What was it?
Not Janet Jackson.
No, that was Super Bowl and that was planned.
Right.
That was fucking staged.
I mean, yeah.
No, it was Cameron Diaz, and she was
Oh.
a teacher,
Yeah.
and he like dry humped her.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was weird.
That's why Dawson doesn't have kids right now.
Oh my gosh!
He's dry humping.
I see. I can't describe types of chicken wings that I like without Ryan turning into a perverted joke. It's like he's the 13-year-old and I'm the 40-year-old sitting here just trying to put up with a teenager's sense of humor.
You know what you signed up for. Come on now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like,
Here's the thing. As soon as I
we've
said
been
it,
doing
I
this
knew
for
it
like
was gonna come back
5
to
years.
bite
He's like, I don't understand why he does it.
me. No, I knew as soon
You
as I
know
said
exactly
it was
what you
gonna
signed up for, Mr. Wiedrich.
happen. I knew it was going to happen as soon as I said it. I was like, gosh, dang, he's going to turn this to be something dirty.
As soon as it left his lips.
See, I didn't even say it that time. You're the freaking one that said it. Oh.
Over here.
My gosh. Okay.
What is this? You guys been to City Walk? No.
No.
I don't even go to fucking Panda Express because that shit looks fucking sketch.
I've been to the
I
Universal
love
City
Panda
Walk.
Express.
Bad Teacher. That's the name of the movie.
Bad
yeah.
teacher. Yes.
Bad Teacher.
Dude, the Panda Express,
Trump.
what's it called? The,
I can't eat
Kung Pao
Panda
chicken?
Express anymore. I can't eat it. I can't eat there anymore.
My son was like, "That's authentic Asian." I was like, "Get the
The
fuck,
fuck
out
it
of
is.
here."
It's not.
The
It's
fuck
not,
it
but it's
is.
delicious. The Kung Pao spicy chicken, I love that stuff. I love spicy chicken.
There is a more authentic Asian restaurant literally down the street from my house than fucking Panda Express. I will go there
Yeah.
I mean,
any day of
yeah.
the fucking week.
I would never. I've eaten there once.
I tell you what, though, I would love it, instead of a Panda Express, just a good old fashioned cheap Chinese buffet. And it's
There you
not
go.
traditional either, but like I'll take that too. It's super good. But
Super good.
yeah, super. Indeed.
Super. Indeed.
But
So, guys, what about Jurassic World?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's getting another movie. Surprisingly enough.
Another
actually not
now
surprising at all.
explain to me how this is because I haven't even seen the last one.
You haven't seen Dominion?
No, I have
Okay.
not seen it. I know it
Um,
has. I've seen parts of it because I know that
I know the
original
entire plot
cast were
synopsis,
in
but-
there.
It's how do I put it into words?
It's more so about a swarm of pests and like insects than it is about dinosaurs.
kind of. So, okay, did you watch the one before it, Fallen Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how that movie ends with literally dinosaurs running rampant around the world?
Then yeah, that stops. That doesn't happen, right? 'Cause
Right, right. They double back
They did
on
the
that.
same
in the-
shit on
they did the
Lost
same
World.
fucking thing,
Yep.
and it's such a pain in the ass. But here's the thing: Lost World, you kind of have like you have a pretty solid conflict in that you have people trying to do solid work for InGen and study these fucking creatures, and then you've got the other side of InGen who is like, no, we need to tame these animals and lock them up for fucking show.
I
And
love
it's
Lost
like,
World. I think it's a good movie.
I do too. I don't know why people hate that fucking movie, but
I don't know
love
why.
it.
I love it. I think it's great.
I do too.
I think the third one is stupid because it's a rehash of the first one.
Sure, I can kind of agree with you there. Even I think the first two are definitely better than the third one, definitely, and I think that can also apply to the Jurassic World trilogy. I think,
although I do think the third one gets too much hate. It's not as good as the first two, but it gets too much hate.
It's just not on the same level as the first two, and that's probably because Steven Spielberg didn't fucking direct it. Then again, that's not to say that Joe Johnston is a bad director. It's just that third movie was
he created Boba Fett. Who cares?
The thing is like the third movie is just so like, what do we fucking do? We got to get Grant back on an island. We got to have dinosaurs in it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do a Spinosaurus, and it's like, oh, okay, that's neat. Oh yeah, but our plot is about a couple of parents swindling Grant into fucking saving their kid, and it's like, really, that's the best thing you can come up with?
It was stupid.
It was not well thought out. It was just not well thought out. And I think with this new one, getting David fucking Leitch, because apparently he's in talks to direct it, I'm like, at this point, fuck it. Get an action director in there. Let's see some fucking velociraptors on some motorcycles at this point. I don't give a shit. Let's fucking
do it. Be like
Jurassic
World meets Fast and Furious.
Yes. That's exactly it. But no, I guess
and the Ferocious.
Yes, I like that title actually. But no, I guess David Coop, he's coming back to write the script too, and he was on the first movie. So I don't know. I think this new one has a lot more potential than Dominion did. Dominion does this thing at the end of the movie where they show you the T-Rex looking through a fucking circular pillar thing that is part of a fountain, and it's literally the Jurassic Park logo. It's Colin Trevorrow going, see? We're doing the logo in the movie. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? That's what we're doing right now? God damn it, Colin Trevorrow. No fucking wonder you left Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, no, I didn't see the movie, but I looked at the plot synopsis. I saw videos about it, and I was just like, yeah, that's not intriguing enough to actually go watch it.
Dude, it is, oh my God. It was almost painful watching that movie up until the third act, because literally it culminates in what's the biggest fucking dinosaur we can throw into the Jurassic World franchise? Oh, the Gigantosaurus. It's literally got gigantic in the fucking title of its name. Yep. And they do it. And then they've got the three main casts from the World movies and then the three main casts from the original trilogy, and they come together and they're like, oh fuck, that's a huge dinosaur. We need to run.
Great.
Yeah. It culminates in the SFA. And everyone fucking winds up being happy at the end of it. And fucking dinosaurs are still kind of running around the world. It's like, oh yeah, this is all normal now. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then to Dawson's point, like, yes, the plot largely revolves around fucking insects. Locusts from the Jurassic age, or the one of those old
Cretaceous period.
Cretaceous period. Thank you. Yes. And I was just like, fuck, why? This is a franchise about dinosaurs. Why were there locusts? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'll tell you why, Anthony. Dinosaurs. That's why I made $1 billion.
Dinosaurs and
Alan
Grant.
A good one.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in this than I am in anything else that I've heard today.
Frozen Empire comes out next month.
Yeah, I want to
see how close we are to that movie.
The problem is like in the trailer, like you have all those like spikes of like, you know, ice coming through the floor and all that shit and coming through, going through cars. Nobody gets impaled by spikes.
To be fair, it is a PG-13 movie about ghosts.
Nope. I get it. But it's still like
die for Ryan's taste.
I don't know.
You know who would make people get impaled by those in a Ghostbusters movie? Zack Snyder.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Heck yeah.
I'd be totally down for that. Give me an R-rated, gritty-ass Ghostbusters movie directed by Zack Snyder. And then suddenly, out in the ether, nerds cried everywhere.
Well, yeah, because, you know, Sophia would probably be one of the Ghostbusters and be like, okay.
Big fucking deal. I'd be down for that.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. I mean, I haven't really heard too much about it, so it's like, cool. That's going to happen, I guess.
Yeah, I'm weirdly excited for it. It looks like a fun time. I'm going to watch it. It's got to be, you know, it's going to be up there. I wouldn't doubt it's probably going to have a TV spot during the Super Bowl this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Super Bowl is this weekend. I forgot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Go Niners!
Here's my thing. I like Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I like Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I like Mike or Kyle Shanahan.
Yep.
I hate the Chiefs because I'm a Broncos fan.
That's fair.
But I don't mind Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes isn't a bad player. Yeah, I can't.
I have slowly started to dislike Travis Kelce. I liked him before, but I've slowly started to dislike him.
Swiftie hater.
I mean, it's not even that. It's not even that. I have sisters who are hardcore Swifties, to the point where they cried at her concert. But
yeah, that tracks.
I don't know. I just have grown to dislike. It's like it's the Super Bowl that nobody outside of Chiefs or Niners fans want to see.
Right.
And so, like, happy for the teams, but like, I'm curious to see what the viewership ends up being for the Super Bowl.
I'm going to be honest with you. I when I was watching part of the game last Sunday of the Niners versus the Detroit Lions, I tuned in beginning of the second half, and the Lions were up. I was like,
man, you tuned in at a good time then.
I was like, fuck. I'm a Niners fan. I'm a born-bred Niners fan. Like, I've always loved the Niners. My grandfather's a Niners fan. My uncle's a Niners fan. My dad is a Raiders fan, and my other uncle is a Chiefs fan. So,
how the frick did that happen?
Joe Montana. Because he went over to the Chiefs.
He did. Yep. That's a good point.
So,
and then Jerry Rice went to the Raiders later. So I guess
exactly.
That makes sense.
That's where my dad falls as far as being a Raiders fan. Anyway, born and bred Niners fan. I've been a Niners fan since I was like 14, 15. Like, I'm the only one of the grandkids who could fit in my grandfather's starter Niners jacket. I still have it. So yeah, I was really shocked because when the second half ended, I was like, we're fucked. We're not going. Like, it isn't going to happen. And then I went back to playing my game, and then my phone starts going off. Like, people are like, yo, dude, touchdown Niners. I was like, get the fuck out of town. I tuned back into the game. We're fucking tied. I was like, whoa, how? I need to pay more attention to this.
See, here's the thing with that is that I'm not going to lie to you. I want to see the Lions make it to the Super Bowl for the first time. So
it would have been nice. Don't get me wrong.
What I'll say is this, is that when the Lions went into halftime leading like they did, I'm not going to say like, I'm not saying this like I'm some kind of football genius or something. But I sat there and said, they're going to come back and they're going to win this game, because I've seen too many games in the NFL like it, where the underdog team goes up big and everyone's like, whoa, what's going on here? And then the team that's supposed to win ends up coming back, does a lot of great things. And then the team that was in the lead chokes it away. And it was one of the more predictable second halves I've ever seen. After that long completion where it was deflected, I was like, yeah, this tracks.
Like when the Niners lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that's not what happens again, but I'm kind of like, if it happens, it happens.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, the Niners have the better team this year.
Yeah.
They just 100%.
Do. Because we're not dealing with fucking Garoppolo this time.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down
to. How that guy made it to a Super Bowl, I will never know. He's not a quarterback, but he's like mediocre personified.
Yeah. That's why Purdy's the better quarterback, dude. Yeah. I'm just so fucking like, cool. We have a fighting chance this year, and I'm happy. So I'm probably going to hang out with my dad and watch that game. And I guarantee you the Deadpool 3 trailer will probably drop during that game.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's what everyone's saying. Like, everybody is like, oh yeah, it's locked. It's edited. It's ready to go. Like, people are like, oh no, the Deadpool trailer is happening during the Super Bowl. And it's like, well, considering Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, she's been spotted around with Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman at these games. It's kind of like, if they don't do it, I would be fucking shocked.
You know, it'd be hilarious.
What?
And it would make a lot of people's heads explode. Picture this scenario, if you will.
Okay.
Now, obviously, this would probably result in the Niners losing, which is unfortunate for you guys. But here's the scenario that I paint for you. The Super Bowl happens. During the Super Bowl, the Deadpool trailer goes on. Let's say the trailer gives a snippet of Taylor Swift as Dazzler.
Yep.
And then, if the Chiefs win, all of a sudden on the field, you see Travis Kelce getting on one knee in front of Taylor Swift. And then, boom, internet explosion galore. You'll have people saying the NFL is scripted beyond belief. You'll have people hyped about Deadpool 3. You'll have people talking about her as Dazzler. Like, that would make people's heads explode.
Rampant theories will run wild if all that transpired. You're 100% correct.
Yep. And if that actually happens, I don't care. I'm going to brag that I knew it. I'm going to brag that I called it. I don't care.
Sure.
But anyway.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
And now that Ryan is back, we're done talking about sports.
Good. Yeah, because the NFL is definitely scripted.
To an extent, yeah. They'll change it every now and then, but yeah.
It's the only thing that the only thing that's not scripted is going to be high school. High school football. College football is kind of where they start cultivating, seeing if you're going to obey and follow the rules and shit. And then NFL, all they care about is
college football nowadays is just pay to win. All it is.
It is.
NIL.
It is definitely
all it is now. It's
like,
who can pay the most money, the most talent.
I don't watch college ball, so I can't comment.
I watch a lot of college ball just because I'm a big Boise State football fan, and so like that's in the Mountain West, and they're not going to script Mountain West, so like that's actual legit football because like nobody cares. But anyway,
yep.
With that, what was the other piece of news we wanted to discuss?
Yes,
Carl Weathers fucking passed away.
Carl Weathers,
yes.
Rest in peace to a fucking legend, guys.
Ding.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
well
one
done.
there.
Well played.
Gosh.
So yeah, no, he was fantastic in Predator. He was fantastic in everything. Rocky 2, Rocky 3, everything this guy's been a part of, man.
And Rocky 1.
Yes,
he was in Rocky 1. Yeah.
But
he was more of he was kind of villainized in the first one, but part 2 and part 3, he became
and
more part 4 he died. So yeah, I mean he was a good character. I liked him as what is it, Apollo
Creed.
Yep.
And yeah, man, and he was good in The Mandalorian.
One of the better parts,
like Grief Karga. Yeah, he was a fun character. I agree.
So yeah, I mean this guy. I'm not saying that's that's all of his everything he's ever done. I'm sure there's other things that.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. He had no hand.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
So I mean, he's a talented actor, a very very likable character, very likable on the screen. Don't know him personally, of course, but
right.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro.
What is your guys' favorite Carl Weathers movie or performance?
Well, I will say this real quick. Not only was he a very popular actor, he was an NFL player for 2 years.
That's true.
With the Raiders.
That is very true.
So very successful career in pretty much everything.
Yeah, Nickatina, who follows football, didn't know that. So all the stuff that he's been saying, just Action Jackson, Rocky movies, or rest in peace, Marvel. He didn't say anything about the his football career, so he doesn't know anything about it. So, but guys, he does have a football channel. And if you want to catch the latest on his,
why do you say it like that?
He's trying to be a good friend and plug his new channel. I get it.
He's a good friend. I gotta do what I gotta do.
We gotta help our guy out because he's not fucking here talking to us.
I know exactly. He was like,
Dre Area Sports, right?
Work.
It's called Dre Area Sports, right? Is that what it is? Dre Area Sports.
We don't know the name.
Like
we don't say that name here. Sorry, it's kind of like Voldemort. We don't really.
He must not be named.
Some such shit like that.
My favorite is got to be Apollo Creed in Rocky 2.
In
Rocky 2,
I gotta agree with that.
That was his. And the second to that would be Predator.
Yes,
not Dutch, but what was his name? He was like, when they embraced with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were like, we should push him too many pencils.
Oh fuck.
It's not Butch, is it?
No, Dutch is Arnold.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But his name, I know somebody in that and Predator. God, I can't remember his name.
Hold on, let me find it.
It couldn't have been something hard because Arnold would have had to say, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. We're going to find out in the forest, Dylan. Come on.
I mean, you think about it, Carl Weathers is involved with some of the most iconic shots of all time. You have that handshake one with Arnold, and then you have the shot at the very end of Rocky 2 where he's about to throw a punch.
Oh, yes.
Rocky.
And I think what's his name? He played Rocky. Sylvester Stallone has a painting of that.
Yes,
I do believe he does. Yeah,
yeah.
He did like a tribute video about him and right in front of that painting.
He did, yeah.
Because
that's cool.
Such a great ending scene for a movie.
Oh yeah, it was like ding, ding, and then they had the fucking Eye of the Tiger song.
Yeah,
and that shit, fucking that was the bomb.
It's like if you watch the training montages in Rocky 2 with Rocky and Apollo Creed and don't feel at least somewhat motivated to work out, there's something wrong with you.
Right, I agree completely.
Yeah.
It's tough because like I'm with Ryan. It's got to be either Rocky 2 or Predator. Like I can't choose either or. Like it's really, really tough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost want to give it to Predator, but he's just so fucking iconic as Apollo Creed. I can't not.
I mean, most people, if you don't like pay attention to his career, they'll just call him Apollo Creed.
True. Very
like
true.
I did that for years.
I would also like to add he directed probably some of the best episodes of The Mandalorian too.
He did. I agree with that. I can agree with that. And I wasn't a huge fan of a lot of the stuff they did in Mandalorian, but his episodes
were fucking awesome.
Directed were good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually say he had the best episodes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Rocky 2. I mean, God, that was the best character development from Rocky 1 as you know, Rocky needed somebody because, you know, Burgess Meredith, you know, the Penguin, he died.
Apollo Creed versus the Italian Stallion.
Yep. That's right.
Oh man. So freaking good. But yes,
man.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
The fucking legend gone too soon. Now I'm just thinking about like, well, fuck. Now Grief Karga is not going to be in the Mando movie or
He
season
will
4.
not.
Right.
He will not be in either of those things.
They're going to have to bring back Gina Carano.
Did you see Bob Iger's response to that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so he was asked about the lawsuit, and he's like, "Do you have any words to say on that?" And Bob Iger just went, "None." Like he just gave a one-word no answer. He was like, "None."
Well, I'm gonna let my legal team handle that.
What else is he gonna say?
Right.
I used to watch a show with my grandparents in the heat of the night. He was in.
Oh, I forgot. He plays the same character in Happy Gilmore and Little Nicky.
Oh, he was in Little Nicky. That's right.
He's the same character in both movies.
Oh my God.
Gosh, Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Little Nicky was the worst. It's the worst. I'm sorry.
Well, it's so quotable though.
As far as the movie,
like you look handsome in this picture.
Worst.
That was before my brother hit me in the face with a shovel.
Oh wow. Wrongfully accused?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Little Nicky makes me laugh.
Little Nicky is a bad movie, but it does make me laugh a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gosh, that's so freaking funny. Oh man. And then like the fact that his dad, the devil's like actually like standing up for Little Nicky a lot of the time is like kind of an okay dad.
Fucking Harvey Keitel too.
It's Harvey Keitel.
And his mom is Reese Witherspoon.
She's an angel.
I mean, the worst is Kevin Nealon with the boob head.
Oh God, tit head.
That's the worst.
And the demon constantly fondling him too. Oh my God, that movie makes me fucking laugh, bro. I love that movie because it's so stupid, but fuck, it's so funny.
But the lizard, he was actually pretty good. I guess older brother, and then you had the other guy.
Oh, Rice
Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played the other brother. Yeah.
Right. The older, bigger brother, right? Too. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Rhea Siphons was Adrian. Yeah, I remember that. That shit was funny. And then Patricia Arquette played his girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what? You know what's a funny like throwback movie or series that I actually watched this past weekend? I was flipping through Disney Plus, and I came across Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh my gosh.
That's a fantastic film. The other ones are stupid, but that one,
the first one is fucking
great.
iconic. The first one's great. I love the first movie. The second one,
is the second one I Blew Up the Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dumb. And they were in Vegas. And that was stupid.
It was kind of goofy, yeah.
And then they did the one with the parents again.
John Shea was the bad guy antagonist, and the second one is like, eh.
It wasn't good.
And then the third one just fucking, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. I was like, okay. That one actually was meant to be a bigger budget, but Disney decided, hey, we're just going to turn this into a home video movie. So they cut the budget from like $40 million to $7 million. So
whoa.
Dude, that movie got fucking reamed hard.
That's a fucking Superman 4 Quest for Peace cut.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Rick Moranis is the only one to reprise the role for that movie because the oh fuck, I just had the name. The woman who plays wife in the first two was like, I'm gonna bow out. I'm not coming back. So they got Eve Gordon to come back to play his wife Diane. And then they had the little kid who played Alpha in the modern Little Rascals movie plays Adam. And then the other two who played his kids and from the first two movies were like, yeah, no, we don't act anymore. We're done. So they had to completely write a whole new fucking script just for that third movie to base it around the fact that Adam's now a kid and like, you know, all the other two are in college and now Wayne Zielinski has a fucking brother and like they've also got Allison Mack in there as his niece and it's like, ooh, Allison Mack. Ooh. Yeah, it was a watch. I was like, I remember watching this one on repeat as a kid, but watching it now as an adult, I'm like, yeah, no, the first movie's fucking top tier. That is a top tier fucking comedy, but also just a really good movie.
Yeah.
Just really solid in the way that they made the effects work. Really solid character development there.
It was super creative.
Great movie. Yeah.
It was super creative. And that's what I like about movies like that is that, you know, the people that were making it had to find workarounds to get shit to work.
Right.
And you couldn't just rely on CG. Right. You know, for every single damn thing. So I really that's one of the most endearing things of watching that kind of movie or whatever is just all the stuff that they had kind of going into the movie. So yeah, very cool stuff. And rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
Yes. Absolutely. What was the other topics we were gonna talk about today?
Deadpool 3,
Deadpool, Daredevil,
trailer. The Deadpool
there was a trailer.
There's going to be a trailer for Deadpool 3. Do we have any expectations or hopes for what is coming out of that?
I just hope they don't give away too much and they just establish the vibe of the movie and just like, for instance, you go back to when
you want a legitimate teaser, not a story trailer, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want a fun little teaser. I want something like whenever they had leaked out the test footage for Deadpool 1.
Yeah,
something like that didn't give anything away, but just showed you like this is going to be a fun time. You know, because too many trailers give away too much nowadays, and so just have that one be fun, let it be what it is, and that's really it. Other than that, like I don't really care what's in the teaser.
Yeah,
I want to see Hugh Jackman in the full Wolverine costume, cowl and all. That's what I want to see out of that trailer.
Wow. But like for a brief glimpse.
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe one solid action sequence.
What they'll do if they do that, it'll be like a Michael Keaton kind of thing with Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
And what they'll do is they'll have him in the cowl and they'll have him sort of do the things with his knuckle blades.
Yeah.
Just shink, and then there's your trailer.
Yeah.
Yes. Just have his hands like that. Like
yes, that's what he'll do. That's what they'll do. They'll be like, okay, this is the reason. This is to get people in the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see because, and like, I don't really care about the comparisons as far as box office, but it'll be interesting to see because, like, people were talking about Michael Keaton bringing in people for The Flash, and then you have, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine coming in for Deadpool 3. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of debate on if Deadpool 3 makes a lot of money, which I think it will make a decent amount. I'm not going to bank like on $1 billion or anything like that, but if it does make a decent amount of money, there's going to be a lot of stupid internet discourse of Hugh Jackman brought in more people than Michael Keaton did, blah, blah, blah. But anyway,
I'm not really looking forward to that discourse, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of hard to deny that this movie is kind of feeling like it's got a lot riding on its shoulders in terms of revitalizing the MCU in a certain respect. Sure. So, I mean, if it made $1 billion, would I be shocked? No, not at all.
I'd be a little surprised, but
okay, it'd be surprising to be the one to make $1 billion since No Way Home.
It was
that was the last superhero movie.
I think it'll do well. I think it'll do, leaps and bounds better than any DC movie.
I think at the very least it's going to crack over 500 million.
Oh yes, no. I'm saying I could see this thing. Even though I didn't see the second one, I could see it maybe hitting like 7 or 8 million.
800 million.
Yeah, 800 million. Yeah,
that's where I'm thinking.
I don't think it'd be $1 billion thing unless there's something in there that's like fucking like gonna just blow people's minds, which I doubt. The biggest thing in there that I could think of would be Hugh Jackman, and I don't think that's a big enough draw unless
they've already used Professor X in
Multiverse of Madness.
Like, I don't have that anymore. And
I don't need to see
the movie
Patrick Stewart coming back to have to pee.
The movie has to be a legitimate great movie for people to come back and see it over and over again to make that $1 billion mark. It has to be a legitimate good fucking movie. And I think it has that because you have a director like Sean Levy, who's just really a solid storyteller. Like if you've ever seen the Adam Project on Netflix with Ryan Reynolds, and the kid and the kid Walter Scobell, who's Percy Jackson. Like, it's a really solid movie. The effects are so because obviously Netflix too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like I don't know. I feel like having Sean Levy there to kind of shepherd this project in it, and you've got, fucking Deadpool, Wolverine. We're dealing with variants. We're going to poke fun at the multiverse, like in a time where people are sick of the multiverse. I feel like it's not necessarily going to be a lightning in the bottle situation like the first film was, but I do feel like it's right place, right time.
Yeah, I can.
That's kind of where I'm at with that movie. Right place, right time.
Yeah, hopefully it ends up being the case for it.
I'm excited. I've wanted to see Hugh Jackman in that Wolverine suit for fucking years, and it's finally happening. So,
well, I mean, everybody has. I was so tired of them doing the leather and all that kind of shit. I was just like, come on, dude. Just, if Batman can wear a cowl, so can fucking Wolverine. Quit being a dumbass. Yeah, I know it's Hugh Jackman, and we gotta see him. Just like fucking Will Smith with Deadshot. I'm like, put the fucking mask on, man. That's the character. Like, we know who the hell it is. Put the damn.
I lean towards like Fox for continuously fucking that up repeatedly, like, because they finally put the X-Men in the traditional costumes at the end of X-Men Apocalypse. Then they didn't pay that off in Dark Phoenix. They had a cut post-credit sequence of Hugh's Wolverine opening up a fucking briefcase with the Wolverine costume in it, the yellow and brown suit, and they never tried to pay it off ever. Yeah. And it was just this continuous fumble of a fucking really simple thing. It was just
jingling, like, here's a little bit, here's a little taste.
Right.
Nope.
And then, you've got Kevin Feige over here building up Marvel Studios, and at this point, by this point, the X-Men are back at fucking Marvel. I'd have to imagine one of the first things Kevin Feige said was, no, he's going to be in the fucking suit. There's no doubt about it. Like, that to me was something either Kevin Feige and Sean Levy either unanimously agreed on, or that was just something that was just not even spoken, was just like, yeah, he's in the suit. Like, that was a fucking given from the go. Yeah. Like, when they announced he was in the movie, everyone was like, he better be in the fucking suit. And then Marvel went, yeah, no fucking problem. Like, it's going to fucking happen. And the fact is like, they even went so far as to give him the little metal pieces like in the fucking animated series. It's like, dude, this is listening to your fucking audience and giving them what they want.
Yeah.
Bravo to them. Like, despite all of the pitfalls from everything that happened last year, I got to say, like, Deadpool 3 is still, without a doubt, like, my most anticipated superhero movie of the year because of the fact that they're doing Wolverine so much justice.
Yeah. No, I can agree.
That's where I'm at with that. But, like, I look at the other comic book films of this year, and weirdly enough, like, Madam Web is second on that ladder, and I'm like, fuck, a week away from seeing it? Like, literally, a week away. It comes out a week from today.
Wow. Every poster or, like, image that I see from that movie is, like...
generic as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I do keep seeing the clip of Sydney Sweeney saying, like, oh, I saw all these pictures of, Spider-Woman, like, dangling upside down, so I want to do that. I was like, okay, that's cool. But
yeah, I don't really care so much about that.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it in the comic book, so I wanted to do it, and I got to do it, and it was really good. And like, okay,
like, cool, even Dakota Johnson was like, yeah, this movie is like if AI wrote it specifically to meet your boyfriend's needs. And I was like, oh.
Did she really say that exact thing?
She said something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing, but like, yeah, it was from an interview. And I think after that first trailer drop, she dropped her current agency that she was with and got with that agency. And it was like, ooh.
Would it be surprising to anybody if Sony actually went to that level of letting partially AI write that script? Because, like, when would this have been written? Right?
2022, I think, is when it was written.
Yeah, I mean,
21, 22, somewhere in there.
Well, I mean, but this is a lady coming from the fucking, what was that stupid movie she was from?
50 Shades.
Yeah, like, fucking AI could have wrote that shit. Because that was fucking dog crap.
Speaking of AI, did you guys see the AI made Wonder Woman 3 trailer?
I did.
And I was like, that's okay compositing. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
it didn't look bad.
There were some shots in there where I was like, eh.
I mean,
not like it's a real thing.
It's not going to fucking happen, so who gives a shit? But
has the goofiest name, too. Like, what was it? Like Twilight?
Wonder Woman rides again.
Twilight something, Wonder Woman, Twilight Goddess or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Whenever you add the word Twilight to a title of any movie, you immediately lose any sort of legitimacy.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's one of the reasons why I don't like the Batman.
Fuck off. Fuck all the way off.
Wait, I'm trying to think which movies you had like the Twilight Saga. What are things with Twilight in them?
Not many.
Wait, hold on a second.
Well, there is a Zack Snyder series called Twilight of the
I
Gods.
would say like Twilight of the Gods, like
That
that's
hasn't come out yet.
It's a TV
So it
series
doesn't-
too, and it's not a movie, so it doesn't count.
true.
It doesn't exist yet. Until it
That too,
exists, it
that too.
doesn't exist.
Yeah. Or it's like as a subtitle. As a subtitle, I mean. Twilight of something as a subtitle is not like that just sounds generic as hell.
It's just kind of.
You're gonna have to go to IMDb to search this because
Probably. Because I know I've heard it before, but I can't think of specific ones at the moment. But I know I definitely have heard that before.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think we're actually about to close up here in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can do that while you're away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, we could probably just close off because we're pretty much getting close,
We're close
to
to
the
the
2-hour
2-hour
mark.
Yeah, we're getting close. And guys, we appreciate everything that you've done for us and continuing to coming back and have dialogue with us and just just kind of shoot the shit on a fucking Wednesday night, even though Andre can't make it. It's all good because we're here for you, even though he's not.
He's abandoned you, but we're here. Don't worry.
We're here. But yeah, no, we love engaging with you guys. Check us out on our social medias. Dawson has a lot because he's really trying to diversify. But us, we only have one. I have at Zeeverfett. We have Nickatina Show or Nickatina _show, and then you have unfiltered DD. And but Dawson has like Nimwood 32, DJ War 32, and all this kind of stuff, crazy stuff. He's trying to branch out.
Incredible, Mitch. Incredible.
He's incredible.
That's why he's our pitch guy.
There's no affiliation.
You're not affiliated with me.
But yeah, check out if you want a superhero shirt, there are plenty available on TeePublic right now. And I should have some news about shirts maybe later on concerning other things. Check out DJW Art, which is djwart.com. And there's a lot of prints there that Dawson's been trying to get rid of. A lot of old prints. We want to get rid of those. You can find a lot in the bargain. Look for the bargain basement.
Oh my gosh.
That's
djwart.com
/bargain basement, and that's where you'll find a lot of really good gems that have been passed up by certain other people on the YouTubes or on the internets.
And I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Go ahead.
I was kidding, but yeah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in every week.
And thank you everybody who's been liking my Instagram tweets.
Intergrams.
I posted one today. I'll share it here with you guys that are watching. I haven't seen it maybe. But if you have, awesome. But yeah, let me
I just like the way you worded that. Intergrams.
I'm going to post it on the Instagram.
And here it is. It's nothing exciting, but I am happy with how it turned out. It's 3 policemen, and they are in a hospital. I haven't finished the hospital bed.
One of a cast?
I'm sorry?
Is that one of a cast in the back?
Yes, he has a cast. Something happened to his character, and the other character that's in the bed is another police officer, and these guys are there to, of course, talk to him and coerce him into kind of changing his idea on how he views the hero.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, so there's that, and as you can see on the shoulders, they've got that the arrows that point up, which is alpha male or whatever, but it's also sergeant. I think those are the sergeant patches that go on their arms. Sarge. And so that's it. And thank you to everybody who has sent a like and commented and all kinds of stuff. I have a lot of stuff on there. So follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. And I'm very close to being done with drawing this thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have the first episode of our DC Extended Universe retrospective that went up a couple days ago. Myself and Craig went over Man of Steel.
Nice.
We did that, and we are making plans to talk about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, among other video game related things.
Did you hear that the Suicide Squad in the Justice League game are clones? They're not even the real Suicide Squad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, here's the thing.
I am.
Here's
That's
the thing
they're
with
not.
Deadshot.
That's why they're
Hold on.
okay
Actually,
with like turning on the Suicide Squad because they're not really those characters. They're
here's something else that's dumb about that game, right? So in the Arkhamverse, you've had the Escape from Arkham animated movie, which had
Right.
Deadshot in it. You know,
Right.
he had the mustache and everything, and then you had
Right.
Deadshot in Arkham City,
Right. Right.
So they changed up Deadshot. Of course, we've seen that.
Yeah,
Made
I
it
know
look
about
different.
that. Yeah.
And they said that it's because that one was an imposter, but for some reason,
Yep.
Batman and Hugo Strange didn't know,
Yeah.
which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And fucking King Shark gets the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's dumb.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
That doesn't
dumb.
make a lick of sense. I was like, this
Yep.
is goofy. Doesn't make any sense.
A lot that I've seen from that game, I just like maybe the gameplay's fun. I haven't seen much.
Well, they
games,
say
but all
the
the
King
Dude,
Shark
Batman
is-
goes out like a fucking bitch in that game.
and so does Tim Drake's
Well,
Robin.
it's supposed to be
Yeah.
not. It's not them. It's clones.
I get that, but
That's what
even
I've heard.
still, like the way they did it just made him look like a fucking biatch. It was not cool, dude.
And
Like
freaking
what they
Robin's
do.
killed off screen. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Robin's killed off screen. Wonder Woman dies at the hands of Superman. Like this whole game is a fucking slap in the face to DC fans, more or less. And granted, I say that as someone who doesn't really get too worked up over continuity, but
Mhm.
like this game deliberately goes out of its way to just piss in the Cheerios of everyone who loves the Arkham franchise so much. Because like they starting next month, they're going to give you another character in the form of the Joker, and the way they justify it is, oh, he's from the multiverse, and it's like,
Mm.
what? Because apparently at the end of this game, when you kill Brainiac, you find out that, oh no, this isn't the only Brainiac you have to kill. You have to kill fucking 12 more across the multiverse, and that's the big fucking deal of it. That's what the DLC is going to be.
Darkseid has multiple versions. He kills him. He kills other dark sides of himself.
Right,
Whatever.
but like that's the big
Yeah.
twist at the end of the game. You find out, oh fuck, our Brainiac wasn't the only one we have to kill. Oh shit, and that's what leads into the alleged DLC. You have to kill multiple Brainiacs across the multiverse, and that's why the Joker gets brought in. It's like,
Wow.
are you
Right.
fucking serious?
That's stupid.
It was such a just like a
Yeah.
fucking straight up, dude. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like
Yeah, no, thank
to
you.
go from Arkham Knight to this is just a fucking
Well,
like
no, dude. I mean,
what the
I
fuck?
played that game with Nightwing and Jason and all them.
don't even get me
And
started
that
on that.
wasn't good.
No,
It
Gotham Knight.
wasn't a
No,
good.
it wasn't.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't a good game. It was really, really basic and boring compared to the Arkham games where you can go do all kinds. I mean, yeah, you can go run around the city and beat shit up, beat people up. But there were so many more things and the city felt more alive in the Arkham games than it
Yes.
does in Gotham Knight. And so I'm not impressed with anything these people are putting out. I think that this is subpar, and
I mean, even the graphics, like Arkham Knight came out
it looks more like fucking
in 2015.
Fortnite.
Yeah, 2015. And then this new video game, brand new video game on these new next gen consoles looks cheaper.
Look at fucking Spider-Man 2 compared to fucking
Looks incredible.
Gotham Knight and the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Night and day. You've got really, I mean, everybody knows what, like from back in PS2, back when Spider-Man 2 came out on
Mhm.
PS2, everyone knows what a good fun time you can have with Spider-Man when
Yep.
he's just roaming the fucking
Okay,
city.
to
Great
that
game.
very point, the development time in between Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 1 came out in 2018. Spider-Man 2 came out in 2023. That is a 5-year development cycle. They've been working on fucking Arkham Knight for like 9 years.
They've had to take it back to formula.
It's bad. It's just
It's
not,
not a good,
good.
it's not a good investment. I don't think anybody, and I know it's really popular and all that kind of shit on Twitter and all whatever it is, that you TikTok, whatever. But it's and I guess the audience they're going for is the Fortnite audience, but it's just not
Yeah.
a good game.
It's
Yeah.
It's
not.
not.
No. In our
Definitely.
opinion, it doesn't look like a fun game.
Oh, shots fired.
The Chiefs coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I doubt
I don't
that.
think so.
But with that, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in and letting us have a little random, complaint sesh about Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. But
Wait until the Eternal Night episode about that. We're going whole hog on it.
I'm gonna look forward to listening to that.
It's going to be. There will be no holding back. I'll just say it. I'll just say that it will likely be not safe for work.
Sorry, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yep.
It'll be Unhinged Phil.
Unhinged.
Be sure to go check that out. But guys, we'll see y'all next week.
Later.